And just to confirm that we are live. All right. Aloha, and thank you everyone so much for joining in for another Paradigm Shift Central team podcast. This week, it is another Flowetry workshop. This is a super inspirational opportunity for us to be able to tap into our infinite creativity through the form of spoken word, of song, of light language, of all sorts of fun ways to be able to practice experiencing how that creativity flows and expresses itself through the vessel of our body and our voice. We got some awesome creators that are going to be joining us on air tonight. We're starting off with a bit of a small group right now. It's Neil in the back room as well as Eloiss. So thank you, Eloiss and Neil, for joining us. And we'll start off just by giving a little bit of an introduction and setting the stage and inviting you guys to just be able to get familiar with what Flowetry is about. And then again, for the members who may be watching this on YouTube, you guys are welcome to join in on Zoom as we go. And yeah, we'll do a quick little meditation. We'll talk a little bit about Flowetry, all practice starting. And then from there, we'll just kind of go with the flow. So for those of you on YouTube, do me a favor, drop an 1111 in the chat if you guys are tuned in right now. And for those of you watching on TikTok or Instagram, also go ahead and click the link in my profile to tune in on YouTube so you can get the full experience of tonight's broadcast. Plus, you can leave your comments on YouTube and we can interact with you there as well. If you're watching this and you're curious how to be able to join on air, again, these events are available through our Patreon membership. It's $11 a month, and that will give you access to weekly ongoing events that we host here to be able to help support your spirit and inspire your soul. So super excited, like I said, to be able to have everybody here, and all the links that you need for this community are in the info for this video, including our Discord and including, again, the Patreon and including the links for the featured creators in tonight's broadcast. Plus, you can also check out the links for Ibble. If you haven't already heard Ibble, I'll mention it pretty much in every broadcast moving forward from here. It's an app that myself and fellow conscious creators have been creating exclusive content on. I'll actually be creating some like Flowetry related content on Ibble soon. I'm not going to explain all about Ibble right now, but nonetheless, click the link in the info for this video if you haven't already yet to be able to join on Ibble. I host Ibble events every Wednesday, 8 p.m. EST, and then I'll be live here on YouTube every Thursday at 8 p.m. EST. So awesome. All right. We got a good amount of people tuned in on all platforms. So with that said, yeah, just setting the stage. What is Flowetry? So Flowetry, if you haven't experienced it before, Flowetry is, again, it's kind of like freestyle poetry. So it's this idea of being able to just kind of like drop into your heart space and then practicing kind of experiencing what it's like to be an antenna for source energy. And with Flowetry, I like to be able to kind of like practice Flowetry in the context of being able to bring forth a message designed to inspire, bring forth a message that's going to kind of like reflect something on kind of a deeper level, something that's like, you know, like with a little bit more meaning, with a little bit more like heart to it. And so with Flowetry, one of the best ways to be able to understand it is to be able to demonstrate it and to experience it. It's something that we encourage everyone to be able to practice doing. Through the practice of Flowetry, it can help move blockages. It can help just kind of like clear out like energy blockages that might be holding you back. If you're just like, I'm not a creative person, I can't do this, like I have trouble kind of like expressing my throat chakra. This is a space for us to be able to practice kind of like moving those blockages and giving you a chance to be able to see a part of yourself that maybe you haven't met before as well. So again, we'll be doing this in spoken word poetry, as well as in song, as well as in, some people might be doing like light language stuff. Yeah, all sorts of stuff. And again, the Flowetry isn't something that necessarily has to rhyme. Each time that we do Flowetry, it's going to be unique. It's more just about being able to kind of arrive into your heart and then just listening and then bringing forth that creative expression into this material world. So thank you again to those of you on all platforms. For those of you on TikTok and Instagram, this is being recorded on YouTube. So go ahead, click the link in my profile and jump over to YouTube. So I'll do a quick demo of some Flowetry and then we'll do a quick meditation to help you guys kind of get into the zone. And then we'll start passing it around. Again, for the members, for our Patreon members, our Paradigm Shift Central Lead members, you guys can go ahead and join on Zoom. It's a small group right now. The more people we have, honestly, the better. It takes a little bit of the weight off having it just be the three of us. And then from there, it will give us an opportunity to just kind of like rotate around as well. So thank you guys again. And yeah, so, okay, let me do some quick Flowetry just to be able to start things off. So what I'll do here, I'll just kind of like approach it like a meditation. And so essentially, I'm just kind of like allowing myself to just kind of feel what wants to come through in this moment. A great place to be able to draw inspiration from is based on what I'm feeling right now. So speaking my truth, speaking from the heart. And so, my friends, here we are. Another chance to practice some flowetry, another chance for us to see the light that reflects through you and me. It gives us a glimpse into eternity, because here within this circle, it's a place for us to practice to dance, to practice to sing, to practice to do each and every single thing, to change the shape, to shift our form, to allow ourselves to break through the norm. Because you are not just a simple being that's meant to do repetitive tasks. There is an infinite source of creativity that flows through you and will always last. And so this is not a race because you have already won. Simply by being here, your journey has only just begun. So take each step with a mystery, knowing that it will unfold, and that each day, as you continue to be true to who you are a step closer to that ultimate goal, to shine your light, to speak your truth, to be everything that makes you you. So I honor the light that you bring to this space, and I honor the smile that you bring to this face, because I hope it reflects back to who you see yourself as, this reflecting eternal light that we all have. And so with that said, let us begin the unfolding excitement that this flowetry brings. And I'm so grateful for all of us to be here as a tribe. And let's keep on flowing, because the flow will never die. Cha, 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 cha. And after we do each one, if you guys just want to like practice like showing love to whoever like the flower is in that moment, the flower, I like that. It's just like, oh, who's the next flower? Who's the next flower? Isn't it kind of interesting that the word like flow and flower is literally like the flower, the word flower? We just kind of pronounce it kind of weird. Like, why don't we call flowers flowers? It's kind of funny that we don't. And then again, with this, it's the idea that, you know, through the expression of our creative flow, we are the flower. We are literally blossoming. We are blooming. So thank you for showing up as the unique flowers and flowers that you guys are. And yeah, with that said, let's take a moment here to just be able to drop into a little bit of a meditation. And this meditation will just kind of help you get into that zone, help you get into that heart space, help you kind of clear through some of the blockages and everything like that. And for those of you in the YouTube chat, please feel free to even practice typing out some flowetry as we go. And again, it doesn't always have to rhyme. It's more just about like the intention of the message that you are bringing through each time. So, oh no, it's rhyming every time. I can't stop. Imagine if there was like a condition where like someone like literally like can't not rhyme. I feel like that may, I'm not making fun of that either, because that very well could be, I could see that being a thing. So, but yeah, let's have some fun tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining in. Thank you to our Patreon supporters. You guys help make this possible. And take a moment here to be able to join me in a little bit of meditation. Myself, Eloiss, and Neil, once we come back, we'll kind of practice going around the circle. And I know a few more people are going to be joining as we go. So members, feel free to join when you can. And feel free to like share this broadcast with your friends. And go back and click the links in the info for this video to check out past broadcasts if you're new to the community. So let's take a moment to just be able to practice dropping into our heart space. So for everybody here, when you're ready, just go ahead and gently close your eyes. Just allow yourself to connect with your breath. Soft, gentle inhales. And soft, gentle exhales. As you gently breathe here, just allow yourself to just take a few moments in the softness of silence. And through this place of silence, just intuitively feeling into this meditation, you're going to go back to this place of silence, but this time, I want you to listen, and I want you to imagine that as I stop talking and we kind of arrive into that place of silence, imagine the sounds of running water, the sound of a nearby creek. And that sound is literally a reflection of the creative energy that is flowing through you, that is flowing down through your crown, through your throat, through your heart, all the way through chakras right to the roots and just continuously flows as if you were just laying within the river and this creative energy just moves through you at all times. So take a moment here. Again, I'll stop talking, but this time use your imagination and see how clearly you can hear that sound of running water. Go ahead, just take this moment. Good. And so as you hear this water, what are you really hearing? Water is not just water. You are hearing the sound of energy, the sound of moving light in the form of water. And so this light is information, it is data. This light is the exact same light that moves through you right now. And so just take a moment here to just be able to do a quick scan of our body. And anywhere where we feel there may be any sort of like blockages or anything like that, you'll take a moment here to just be able to identify where that is. Maybe you feel like it's in your throat. Maybe you feel like it's in your heart. Maybe you feel like it's in your sacral. Whatever that is, imagine that as just kind of like this little like ball of gunk, this ball of mud. But then imagine this beautiful liquid light that's moving through you. Imagine as it just comes into contact with these little balls of gunk that slowly, as you hear the sound in your mind, these balls of gunk just naturally erode. They just naturally dissipate as the waves of energy just carry it down the stream as they naturally do. They were never meant to simply be there forever. It was just a matter of the energy moving. And so if you feel any blockages in your throat, again, purely through the story of imagining it first, imagine that little ball of gunk or whatever it is, and imagine this running water. Hear it in your mind. I'll stop talking here. Hear it in your mind and see it, and see that ball of gunk eventually completely dissolving. Go ahead and just bring your awareness to that imagination right now. And as you do this, I want you to take a nice big inhale with an exhale, bit of a sigh as you straighten up your spine. Inhale. And on that exhale, clear away any last remnants of that blockage. And we'll do this a couple more times. Take another moment here. Any other blockages, any little balls of gunk, just listen to the sound of the rolling water, the rolling lights. I'll stop talking and just imagine it clearing away. Go ahead. And you see that ball of gunk just getting smaller and smaller. And as it does, just take a moment to just be like sending it love. Just be like, thank you. Like, thank you for serving your purpose. I let you go. I release you with love. And so let's clear away that second one with a nice big inhale, and the exhale. It's just going to completely just clear away and just make more room for this creative flow. Inhale. Nice big exhale, big sigh, let it go. Straighten up your spine a little bit more. Feeling more flow, more creative energy just rolling through you. So one more blockage, wherever that is. Maybe it's your sacral, maybe it's your root. Take another moment here. Maybe this one, maybe it's got some extra characteristics to it. Maybe it's got some pebbles in it or whatever the case, clunks of clay. And so just imagine in the silence, the sound of the rolling water as it clears away this remaining blockage. Go ahead. And again, just sending it love. Thank you. I love you. I release you. Here we go. One more big inhale. Nice exhale, sigh, completely clear it out. Straighten up your spine. If you want, you put your hands on your chest if they're not already there. And just take this moment to, again, connect with that sound, as now you just feel, you hear and imagine this clear source of like energy, of liquid, of light, of the all-wind, the ancient source of creativity, just flowing through you from crown to root. Beautiful. And so now that you have taken part in imagining this, we have created this narrative, this story, where now, simply through doing this, you have created the space for you to be able to practice exploring more of your creative expression with ease, with more ease. You can imagine right now in this moment that as you move into this practice, whether you're just listening or whether you're participating or whether you're participating later, that if you wanted to, like, you could literally just like snap into Flowetry, literally just at like the drop of a hat. It could come through you with ease. And so again, it's more like you don't even have to think about it. You just experience that water just rolling through you. And then it just translates to the expression of your voice. And so allow yourself to just kind of like repeat a mantra. I'll just kind of pick one right here that kind of reflects this state. So you can say like, I receive and express creativity with ease. I receive and express creativity with ease. I am a clear channel for infinite creative flow. I am a clear channel for infinite creative flow. Words move through me as a clear expression of my heart. Words move through me as a clear expression of my heart. And then you can kind of throw in anything else. It's like, I am joyful, I am playful, I am ready, I am excited. I'm a little bit anxious, but I'm also eager. I'm here to learn, I'm here to grow. I am the creative flow. I am the vessel which carries it and expresses it out into this world. And allow yourself to just take a moment to just hold space and gratitude and just like realize, like really, really, really just like drop in somewhere deep here where it's just like, I want you guys to really be able to tap into this awareness that like your ability to be able to be a vessel for this creative expression, like these aren't just your words, like this is like a primordial energy. Like that is such a gift. Who you are, your ability to be able to be a channel for this creative expression is an absolute gift. It is a privilege. It is an opportunity. It is something that you get to hold and something you get to play with. And every time that you practice being this vessel, this channel for this creative expression, you literally expand consciousness. So yes, your words matter. Yes, your truth matters. Yes, your expression matters. Every time that you share from your heart, every time that you share a creative expression, consciousness as a whole literally expands. So thank you for showing up, for doing your part, for being nothing less than exactly who you are. So just take this moment, just kind of feel in gratitude, check in with how you're feeling, straighten up your spine, and let's just do a couple breaths here. Deep inhale, nice and soft. Hear that water. Nice soft exhale. Nice soft inhale. Nice soft exhale. And right now, within your own mind, I want you to practice hearing Flowetry coming out through your heart right now, expressing how you feel. Don't, if you want to whisper it and say it out loud, that's fine. No one else is hearing you right now other than you and the universe. I'm going to speak within my own heart. I'm not going to say anything out loud, but I want you to experience how even right now you can practice Flowetry. Just practice speaking from your heart, whether it rhymes, whether it doesn't, that's not the point. But just allow yourself to be in this space and just feel what comes through, listen to what comes through, allow it to come through. So just practice being in this moment for about 30 seconds, create this container, what comes through you. Allow it to come through. I'll go into silence and I'll let you just practice on your own. Go ahead. Feel it. About 10 more seconds. Any other final verses? Add them in. Beautiful. Maybe bring a little soft smile to your face. Whatever come through, just honoring it. Feeling like you're having this deep conversation between yourself and the universe. Awesome. Carrying this vibration with us, carrying the sound of this water flowing, keep it in the back of your mind, keep it within your heart, and allow it to just kind of continue to be something that you carry as an idea beyond this moment into the broadcast and beyond the broadcast. So anytime that you think about the sound of running water, you are literally reminded of your infinite creative flow. And anytime you imagine the sound of running water, you literally tap into that awareness of your infinite creative flow. So you've given yourself that gift. You've officially, even just right now in this moment, already just helped clear blockages, and you are ready to be able to experience this process of tapping into new levels of who you are. So finishing off here with gratitude for yourself, gratitude for this community, gratitude for the space, gratitude through the wisdom that speaks through all of our hearts. I see you, I honor you, I love you. I am grateful for the space that we create together, and I look forward to playing here with you. So closing off with gratitude within your hearts. And when you are ready, we'll carry this vibration with us. Slowly bring our awareness back to our physical body as we gently wiggle our toes, wiggle our fingers. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes and return your awareness to the space around us. You beautiful, beautiful, magical, creative, flowy being you. So awesome. Whew. That was a good one. Thank you again, everyone. For those of you in the YouTube comments, feel free to even just share a little bit about how you guys are feeling. If you just want to explain how you're feeling in 1 or 2 words, go for it, or whatever it is that you want to express through your heart, please, by all means, go right ahead. So we got about 1,000 people tuned in right now. Beautiful to be able to have everybody here. And I always say, whether we have 1,000 people or whether we just have 10 people, it's all the same to me. So what we'll do here, checking in with Eloiss and Neil, we'll just kind of chit chat for a bit, and then we'll start going around and practicing some Flowetry. I'm more than happy to be able to go again. I've already gone once, but if you guys feel eager to give it a shot, that's totally cool. So let's just bring Eloiss and Neil up on stage and just checking in. How's everybody feeling? How was that meditation for you guys? Neil, go ahead, and then we'll pass it to Eloiss.
How was what, the meditation?
Yeah. Just how was the meditation? How you feeling?
Oh, I was actually getting ready while you guys were meditating, but I love hearing your voice. So your voice in itself is meditative for me.
Oh, geez. Thanks, Neil. Likewise. So cool. Well, Neil, thank you for joining, man. I know you've always got some beautiful Flowetry expression running through you, so I'm excited to be able to play with you here tonight. And anything you want to share real quick before we pass it around to Eloiss, just about tapping into creative energies and creative flow?
Not really. Just yes, actually, I do. Let's just talk about that. Yeah, so tapping into creative energy and creative flow is pretty much is not about being perfect with it, but being okay and embracing the anxiety, the intimidation that you may feel. Because a lot of times, I rap, I freestyle, I do poetry, but I feel that, that energy of like, what am I going to say next sometimes? And my mind wants to actually map things out. But being okay with that and accepting that that's a part of it, rather than thinking that you need to be in a flow state, it's really not about just like always being on point. It's about embracing yourself when you're not on point. And when you do that, when I've done that, I've been able to, get more into that state of just completely free expression. And it's not even about rhyming when it comes to flowetry and poetry. That's something that I've been kind of stuck in for quite some time. Well, I was stuck in where I felt I needed to rhyme. So being able to take pauses, you might be on fire with a bar and just like rapping or freestyling something, and then all of a sudden your mind gets in the way and it wants to create what you're going to do next, and you start thinking about what to do next. But taking pauses, taking a breath, and just flowing in something else is perfectly fine as well. And sometimes that actually is even better because you create the ins and outs rather than having like ba 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 ba. When you stop, take a breath, and then you shift it up, it actually adds to the presentation and performance.
Absolutely. Yeah. And again, and I'll just say here, and then we'll pass it to Eloiss, it's the practice of flowetry is a holographic practice of life. So, life is like that, where, sometimes we'll be into some sort of creative project that we're doing. And then we kind of have this expectation that we always have to keep going and we always have to keep going. But sometimes the best thing that we can do within a creative project is to create those breaks, is to take a day off, is to go for a walk in the woods, is to give ourselves that rest. It's the inhale and the exhale. The breath in itself is not constantly exhale, 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 exhale. If you do that, you will literally suffocate. So you got to complete the full breath, give yourself that break, give yourself that rest. And then out of that kind of creates the container and the space for that next wave of creative expression to kind of arrive.
Right. So, and I was in for years, exhale, exhale, exhale only.
Right. Yeah. And metaphorically.
It just created, it burnt me out, Now it's like being okay with not having to be fast either, just like letting it flow from you. Yeah.
Well, I definitely look forward to kind of like embracing kind of the softness today. Like even for myself, like my days are pretty busy, and sometimes it's just kind of like, man, if I wasn't on this broadcast with you guys, I'd probably be getting early rest. But right now, just honoring my energy, like I can still totally be present in the state that I'm in, which is just kind of like a nice kind of like soft energy. So for anybody here, if you guys are feeling like it's just kind of like one of those days where you just want to kind of go a little bit slower, like absolutely, we've created a container for that. So let's pass over to Eloiss and Neil. We'll get back to you as we keep going. So Eloiss, just kind of checking in, anything you want to talk about related to, creativity, creative flow, how you're feeling, quick check-in, and welcome as well.
Sure. Thanks. I really enjoyed the meditation. I had a lot more blocks than I thought. So that was really necessary to go through, and it was really refreshing, honestly. And so I really like what Neil said about like how you're nervous and you just kind of have to like learn to accept that and kind of use that. It reminded me about I used to do like music performance when I first like went to college, and how nervous I would get every time I like went to perform like a solo or anything. And like I would like literally shake to the point where it was like impacting my ability to play my instrument. And so it brought out that memory. And I like now it's kind of funny because it's like I'm like on here with, it could be 1,000 people, watching me, and who knows. And I don't feel like that. And so it's like great to notice how far I've come since then, and in embodying my creativity and being able to like put myself out there. And so thank you, Neil, for inspiring that memory. And yeah, I'm excited for this. I was telling Brendon, I have to channel some emotions from this week at work. It was not great. So I'm excited to be here and kind of like work through those energies and use creativity to overcome that. So yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you, Eloiss. And again, for those of you who may still be kind of new to the concept of Flowetry, absolutely. Like Flowetry can literally be very therapeutic and cathartic. Like sometimes if you just want to, if you're feeling like you're a little bit heavy or something, even without an audience, you can use Flowetry to kind of like serve as a mirror for you to check in with yourself and just kind of be like, well, how am I feeling today? And, you can just kind of like, and again, this is more just me kind of acting. Well, you can just kind of be like, it's like, today I'm feeling kind of blue, and that's okay because things don't always happen in certain ways, my mom yelled at me and my dog pissed on my shoe. And sometimes I just feel like I don't know what to do. But then I remember that it's okay because I don't have to impress anyone anyways. And if I know that I'm true to my heart, that I'll find a way to be able to make things right. And that's how it starts, or something like that. Right. Anyways, that was more just kind of like a demo of a concept of Flowetry. But again, yeah, absolutely. You know, like, man, like if you're, you know, going through anything heavy, Flowetry can be a great way to be able to help move that energy. So, you know, there's a lot of different ways for us to be able to practice moving Flowetry. That's why, again, you know, like you look at like, again, we're holding this space because the Paradigm Shift Central community is a community where we support conscious creators, and so much being a conscious creator is the multiple versions of expression that we bring out into the world, and you know, in ways that will inspire others and light their spark. But yeah, again, you know, like you look at like some of the best like the best like songs throughout history have been like songs of the brokenhearted and things like that. Like, why is that, right? Like these like deeper emotions often like become catalysts for these like very powerful artistic messages, and then you find other people are relating to them as well. So you know, Flowetry, art, creative expression, all of these things, it is the vehicle to be able to carry the full spectrum of emotions. So you know, just kind of like knowing that it can be used as a method and a practice to be able to help move those emotions and bring them out into the world, and with that it kind of can help shift things and heal things as well. So yeah,
it's a straight up modality. It's like an energy healing modality.
It's like ancient too. I mean,
we have within ourselves.
Know all about that. Like Neil just
did
talk about. I was just going to say Neil just did the world sound healing, or what was the actual, like, February 14th was World Sound
Healing Day.
World Sound Healing Day. Yeah. So I mean, this is like ancient stuff, right? But yeah, go ahead, Neil. You were saying.
No, I'm just saying that we have all these modalities, right? We have Reiki, Rolfing, pranic healing, all these things. But ultimately, we have the tools that we need within us to do all these things ourselves, right? We can get to a state of consciousness where we can magically like heal ourselves. But right now we have a tool before we get to that level that we will eventually get to, and that's our own voice expressing. When we express from our voice, it actually triggers certain areas in our body, certain tones, certain sounds. When you're just free flowing and letting go of a bunch of expression, it's almost as good as journaling. Well, actually even better than journaling, I would say, because people journal to get things out, but when you're actually voicing it, you're actually giving it a voice to release as well. Not only are you expelling it out of your body and your mind through the words, but you're vibrating the inside of your body as you do it, you know? And that's why free flowing is great, whether you're just doing it by yourself or in a group. My most empowering experiences have been in freestyle sessions with people. Just like I feel like I'm like king of the world, like literally like God manifested after I'm done, because I feel so present after I've just like let go of all that energy. You know?
Yeah. It's super, super powerful. So again, that's why, you know, for those of you who, you know, maybe you're watching, you're observing and stuff like that, like this is something that like any of us can practice. We're all going to be at different, you know, it's not, there's no competition. It's just kind of like honoring where we are and honoring the ways that we want to express ourselves. And again, for some of us, we may find that doing it through the voice is our natural method. For others, you may find that this exact same concept applies through physical movement, through dance. It may be putting the paintbrush to paper. It may be, you know, like writing something out, whatever the case may be. Any modality, any form of creative expression. Again, the concept of Flowetry that we're doing here tonight just happens to be one of them, which again kind of like centers around the use of the voice. So with that said, let's if you guys are ready, unless there's anything else you want to mention, we can get into doing some practices, and we'll just kind of, you know, go around in a circle. And I do believe that there will be a few more people joining us as we go. So Eloiss and Neil, would either of you guys want to go next? If it looks like Kristen's joining. Awesome. We'll check in with Kristen, but yeah, we'll just checking in. Neil, do you? I mean, you can either go now or you can go later. What are you feeling, dude?
Better. Eloiss, you want to go? By the way, I love your microphone. It's like so epic. Cool? You gotta like Instagram me where that you got that, because I think I want one.
Yeah, I got it from Target. I don't know.
It's very cool.
I was just like, I want a cool microphone and I got it. So
right.
Cool. That's awesome. Kristen, welcome to the Flowetry Circle.
Hey,
happy to have you join us. Awesome. Cool.
And Neil can go ahead. I I don't need to go.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I can, and again, we can figure out the order. Oh, it looks like everyone's joining. It looks like Bring Me to Life Network's joining in, and that's going to be either CeeLo or Shannon. And Kristen, go ahead. You can just unmute your microphone and just check in and say hello. So,
hello, Soul Family.
awesome.
Brendon, thank you for that beautiful meditation. It was absolutely gorgeous. I loved the creek interpretation, and absolutely the clearing was beautiful. So yeah, Flowetry, you always have an amazing space for being able to share Flowetry, and I always love what everybody has to share. Love practicing. So thank you for hosting this space, and yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, that even that kind of that meditation, just kind of like that was a version of Flowetry. It kind of intuitively just kind of came in the moment. But I do like that idea of just kind of like, like the sound of the running creek. Like we all know that sound. That's like a file that's in our brain right now. Like we can hear it. So just kind of like accessing that like MP3 in the back of our consciousness, just kind of like associating that with creative expression. I sort of thought it was like a pretty cool
MP3 in our consciousness,
right? Just like.
Isn't
cool.
that interesting too, though? Because you could say like ocean waves and it would be a different MP3.
That's a different wave.
Yeah,
absolutely. Like small creek MP3. That's a very specific.
Technically, it would be a wave file. It wouldn't be an.
It would be a wave file. I knew that was coming. There you go. That's awesome. Cool. Shannon and Kristen, Spiral Soul Seed, welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining. Feel free to, if you guys just want to test your microphones, and we'll get into some sessions here in a second. So.
Cool. Hello. Nice
Hi,
to see
Kristen.
you guys.
Hey. Welcome. Awesome.
Hi, friends. I think my mic's on. Let me know.
Yes, it is. Awesome. Welcome, Shannon. Cool. And Shannon, you've got the hong drum behind you. I'd be curious if that might even end up getting incorporated tonight in some way or another. Yeah. Any instruments that anybody wants to use? Totally optional. I may end up playing the Merlin guitar. It's not tuned, so it's going to be ridiculous, but we'll see. We'll go with the flow. We got a full house tonight now. Yeah, Kristen Spiral Soul Seed, we did a pretty cool meditation before you joined in, and we were just kind of associating like the sound of a running creek with like the creative energy that moves through us. So imagine the sound of the running creek in your mind, and with that associated to the creative energy that flows through us. So yeah, you might want to go back and check it out. It was pretty cool. So okay, well, with that said, let's keep things moving, because I know this could quickly turn into a 5-hour broadcast, and we'll start off with some sessions, and then we'll just kind of like go around from there. So Neil, you're again, I know you're someone that a lot of people look up to within the Flowetry practice circle. If you feel like you would like to kind of like initiate things, I mean, I did a couple so far, but if you want to kick things off, and then we can kind of figure out an order after that, feel free, even if it's just kind of like a micro one.
Yeah, micro one sounds good.
All right, micro one. Okay. All right. So Neil's gonna, let's bring Neil up onto stage, and Neil, whatever's coming through, we honor it. And for everybody here, show love to Neil. Show love. Beautiful. All right, go for it, Neil.
I guess it's my time to grab the microphone. Sometimes when I spit, I don't have to do it just in my own home, but when I'm at home all alone is when I flow the hardest. When people know that I don't have to be the smartest and I can say whatever I want to say. But how do I cultivate that energy in every single place, no matter where I am, inside of the studio, going on the microphone and just letting the flow go? But sometimes, actually every time I'm about to spit, I don't even know what I'm going to say. A lot of times I get anxious and put my hands together and pray and be like, just let the words flow from the tip of my mouth, coming from the crown in the north down to the root in the south. Just letting it flow and letting it go. It doesn't even matter what I really know. But even when I do my spoken word pieces, I don't even remember the words until they just come to me. So every single moment before I say anything, I'm like, what am I going to say? And are they going to even experience the words that I speak? But then I remember that it's just time to leak words into the scene. Conscious poetry, it comes through me. And at times I try to not be conscious with the words that I say, because I like to play in duality and like to go back and forth and just play. But it just happens anyway. I just can't help but talk about good food, good people, good moods, positivity, love, energy, frequencies, vibratory beings, extraterrestrial beings. It's just who I am. It's just the things that I like, man. So I need to accept that this is my niche. Well, it's not really a niche because everybody has this niche. We could all be it. We could all embrace the world that we live in and let these words come through, busting synonyms, not having to worry whether you're sinning again, because sin is just one other side of the polar opposite that they created in us. When I'm on this quantum wave, I ride this quantum wave. But you know what's funny? Someone told me the other day, I said to them, they asked me through a text message actually and said, what are you up to? I said, I'm just riding the wave. And then she said, well, I hope the wave is not rough and it's a soft wave. And I was like, whoa, that's interesting. Because whenever I say I'm riding the wave, it doesn't really mean that I'm riding the wave, because waves can be actually kind of crazy. They can knock you to the shore, and that can be a thing on the daily, because I know that one time I went surfing, actually 4 times I went surfing, and the waves just knocked me to the ground. I was like, whoa, this thing is so profound. And every muscle in my body was like, ow, hurt a lot. But it was all good because afterwards I smoked a shitload of pot. And that was cool because that made me feel really good because my muscles were hurting. And I was like, damn, take me out of this hood. I couldn't even lift my arms. Seriously. First time I went surfing like 6 months ago, I couldn't lift my arms. I tried to go back to my house, which was an hour away, and I had to take 3 freaking breaks because I couldn't even hold the steering wheel. But that's just a tangent that I'm going on. Let me get back to this song. Just spinning every single day, flipping patties with a tong. But actually, the tong that I'm flipping patties with is a vegan patty. So really, I shouldn't even be doing that on a grill where there's all this meat. But actually, I'm not vegetarian or vegan because I hate people that eat meat. I just do it because it's easier to do that than to work out. You know, I just like to be healthy so I don't have to have any single doubt of whether or not this thing is industrial farmed. I'm just coming here spitting words, flinging up my arms, not trying to commit or do any harm on the animals that I encounter in my life, including myself in a past life. Because like Pythagoras said, animals are just us in other lives. And that's it.
Wow. Awesome, guys. Show some love for Neil. That was so cool. Again, as we get into this, I'm just constantly reminded of how cool Flowetry is, because again, Flowetry comes away for us to be able to tell story, and if you guys feel that as you're doing Flowetry and you're just like kind of like just it's tapping into like this bard archetype, where you just might feel it's just kind of like, oh, there's like a story that maybe I'm telling, and maybe it's a story about me, but I'm kind of referring to me through symbolism, or maybe it's the story of the collective. Again, you're kind of with the intention of Flowetry in this space, it's a chance for us to kind of like tap into kind of like this primordial wisdom that speaks through us. So when we do this, it's very interesting because things will often come to the surface and be like, ooh, like that was a gem right there. That was interesting. So yeah, really, really cool. Awesome. Neil, thank you so much. Super, super awesome, guys. If you're not following Neil, Portal to Ascension on Instagram, and check out the Portal to Ascension on YouTube. They got some awesome content there as well. Neil, anything you want to say real quick before we pass around, and then we'll get back to you as we go?
No, that's it from me.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Thank you, Neil. And with that said, who would like to go next? If we can just kind of figure out a rough order, whatever you guys are feeling. I'll jump in whenever, no rush. Eloiss, yeah, you're gonna jump in. All right, cool. All right, so we'll do that. We'll pass over to Eloiss, and then does anybody know if they want to go after Eloiss? If we can just get some volunteers ahead of time. Kristen, sure. All right, okay, that's enough for now. All right, cool. So Eloiss, feel free to even just kind of like chit chat ahead of time if you want, if you're ready to just kind of like get right into it, whatever you feel comfortable with, and the stage is yours. So let's show some love for Eloiss as we welcome them on stage. So woo, go right ahead.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Sounds good.
Sounds great. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Sounds like a million colors.
Yes.
That just blew my mind, man. That sounds like a rainbow. What?
Well, great. I'm here to shine my light, literally. And yeah, so I am going to find a little center. I try to find my center, yet so many thoughts try to enter, and I just want to start to vent, yet her breath, her voice, it calms me. I feel my higher self embrace me and tell me it's okay, because each and every day we have a chance to find another way to embrace today and fly away to find that place that we dream of. And that place has been here all along. It's been in your dancing and in your song. You've looked for it everywhere, but inside, it's where it's been. And if you can't feel it yet, just give your body a spin. Dance and enjoy and feel the flow. See yourself gliding on a rainbow. Connect with your loves and send them your cheer. And pretty soon, there won't be any sadness here. I think I'm gonna end it there right now.
That was beautiful, guys. Show some love for Eloiss.
That was so good.
Yeah, if anybody wants to,
you.
you guys can open your mic and just kind of like say some words of kindness if you guys want to. Please.
It literally, it sounded like it was a written poem, but it wasn't. That's how good it was.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
I with this one, and again with the ones to follow, you know, like I love the idea that as we're listening to the speaker, we can kind of like even just close our eyes and kind of like as you're saying things, it's kind of like putting these ideas in our imagination. So I was kind of like feeling it and seeing it, and it was interesting because we can kind of like really kind of like connect into like even just some of like how you're feeling it as you do it as well. So Flowetry as with an audience is a very powerful way to create like an empathetic connection between the speaker and the audience. It really kind of like dissolves the boundary where like as they're speaking from your heart and you're opening your heart to listen, like suddenly like you almost become them for a second, you know. So I kind of like felt that. I kind of like felt myself kind of like becoming like the story of Eloiss or the voice of Eloiss in that moment. It was really beautiful. Do you guys know what I mean? If anybody wants to unmute, we'll just kind of take a moment here. Kristen, go ahead.
Yeah, I felt that too. I was like, I felt a little flurry in my heart, and then I just felt like my third eye was kind of going this, and I was like, oh, it's just like Eloiss's intuition like dragging itself out like in this kind of like really like really slow wave. Yeah, it was beautiful. It was really beautiful.
Thank you. That's so interesting too, because that you said like fluttering in the heart, because somebody once described my chakras as like butterflies fluttering. So like that imagery really resonates with me.
That's beautiful. I love that. So cool. Awesome. Eloiss, thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to share? We can always come back to you later. That's fine.
Nope, I'm good. Thank you everyone for your feedback. So happy to share.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you again. All right, we'll keep things going along here. And Kristen, would you like to go next? And Spiral Soulseed, again, this is your first Flowetry session. So again, feel free to just kind of like observe, and as you get inspired, even again, you know, like if the instruments are welcome. So if you feel like maybe it might be something where you want to start a strum on a guitar and then just kind of see what words you come out, please by all means kind of play around with those ideas, and we'll hold space for it's all practice. So yeah. cool. All right, Chris and Blair, let's bring you up on stage, and thank you again, everyone, for holding space. And again, you guys can connect with Wheezy. I'll post their links in the YouTube chat as well. And it's Wheezy for Cheesy on Instagram. And with that said, we'll bring Kristen up on stage. So, Kristen, when you're ready, please, by all means, you can just kind of chit chat and guide us into this however you feel. Welcome, Kristen. Show some love. Woo, woo.
Awesome. I just wanted to say thank you, Eloiss. I closed my eyes and was visualizing while you were speaking. I love doing that. And whenever you mentioned the rainbow, I saw this like electric neon rainbow and you sliding down it and like singing while you were sliding. So it was a really beautiful image I wanted to share with you. So thank you for sharing your voice in this space today. All right. I also get very nervous for doing these. And so I thought I would practice. I do tarot. It's something I'm comfortable with. So I have a reading in front of me and I'm going to try and like play, flow, read. We'll see how it goes. So I'm going to take a drink of water and bring that creek into me real quick. All right. So we've been finding our vices, connecting with the devices, being able to walk away from the things that don't allow us to play, and seeing the things in our life that may look like strife, but allow us to bring an inspiration to sing the beautiful abundance that is all around you. It may seem to be in disguise because the wheel ever thrives and flows in a way that only you can know, to see the things that shine in your life and the abundance that grows within your heart and flows. That cup of gold is for you to know, and your past may show and your future may grow, and allow yourself to simply flow.
Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you, Chris. And guys, show some love for
Beautiful.
Kristen. That was awesome. Super cool. What was the reading? Did we?
I didn't hold up the cards. Okay, it was 6 of coins.
Okay.
And the 9 of rods.
Cool.
The 2 of swords in reverse. The page of cups. And the wheel of fortune. And this
wow, that was quite that's a lot of cards for that reading then. So.
Oh, I don't know if this was the end. The Ace of Cups. Yeah. Anyway. Thank you, guys.
Cool. That was awesome. I love that idea of like doing a tarot reading and turning it into like a Flowetry. That's like next level. That's like advanced tactics right there, Kristen.
Yeah, straight up.
Oh, that was cool. That could be something that could even turn into a practice for like a TikTok content or something like that. Like, just like your daily like tarot Flowetry readings or something. So
yeah, I love that. And the reading really resonates with me too. So thank you for that.
Very cool. Awesome. Anybody else want to jump in with anything to express or share? Please, by all means. If we're ready.
Amazing. I thought it was amazing. Such flow.
Yeah. I mean, Kristen, you've been coming to the Flowetry workshops on and off for probably like well over a year now. Do you remember what it was like when you kind of like first came to a Flowetry to compare to what it feels like now? Like you've gotten to the point where you've developed a little bit more confidence with yourself and tapping into that. What's that like for you?
So I think the biggest thing I can notice is that I'm able to play more. When I first started, it was definitely more of like kind of just listening to whatever came to me and trusting whatever came off my mouth. And now I kind of feel like I'm at a place where I can really see a space within what I want to say and kind of guide through it. So yeah, if you've never done this before and you're just wanting to practice, it's like I love Neil because like you can tell whenever you find your flow and you've got this like real great rhythm and they're like, you know what, I'm just gonna throw some really cool stories in here and they're great and they connect, but it's okay because it's Flowetry and it's allowed to be whatever it needs to be and it's gonna be exactly what it's meant to be. And so I think that's for me what I've just like accepted.
Very true. Very true.
You know, I used to, when I used to rap and flow all the time, it was like I was at one point I was going to call myself MC Metaphoric because literally everything was metaphors. There was no story. So, and it was like, so even if it was about a story, it was like a metaphor off the story that you couldn't even tell about it. So I've been, in the last couple of years, I've been practicing storytelling a little bit more, you know, just trying to change it up a bit, because I really admire the rappers out there that can literally rap an amazing song and it's like a day in the life, you know? So I'm just like trying to cultivate that.
Super cool. Awesome. All right. So with that said, we'll keep things moving along here. Kristen, thank you again, and for everybody for your feedback. And we can move into the next person who would like to be able to go. So and I can go shortly after if someone else wants to go next. It's really cool. So would anyone else like to jump in next? Shannon? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Awesome. All right. Well, we'll pass over to Shannon. And Shannon, if you want to even just like chit chat or anything first, or if you feel like you're ready to go right into it, just let us know, and we'll hold space for that. So.
Beautiful. Thank you. Hello, friends. I really am grateful to just witness all that you've all shared already. It's so beautiful seeing people like step out of their comfort zone and like tap into this world. I'm usually not able to hop on for these live, but I always love like listening to everybody's flow later when I paint and do things like that. So it feels like divine timing that I'm able to make it tonight, because I'm actually also offering a workshop this coming week on 2/22/22, which happens to be on a Tuesday, and it's an event I'm hosting with Bring Me to Life and our friend Kristen. She's gonna do a workshop too, but it's called Shine Online, and the workshop I'm doing is about shining your voice with confidence and really sharing your story with the world. And I think flowetry, or just like expressive free flow, or with any, like you said, it doesn't have to rhyme, is such just a beautiful way that we can tap into sharing our story. So like seeing you all do that as I like hopped in here with that intention just like lit my heart up so much. I am excited to kind of share something that I was messing with last night for the full moon. I went to like a little gathering and I hadn't been to one in so long. And when I got back, I was like just in a zone of kind of channeling. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of roll with it for a second. All right, so life's a game and we need to learn to play it. I hope you think about your moves before you make it. We're manifesting the cheat codes and unlocking the mother loads, and there's rosebuds popping up before you know it. If you're in control of your avatar, it's really time to show it, because who's to say that we're not just all a Sims game, but we're all distracted playing mind games, maybe looking for twin flames and taking turns out here casting the blame. But it's time to take a pause and call in your team and really try to take over this dream. Because if you ever notice that we all get further when we work together like a team, it's about flocking like birds of a feather, and it's time to rise together, because you remember that games all have levels unless you get yourself stuck in those demos. It's time to level up, because you'll stay stuck, and I know it's easy to not give a flying, but in the game there's so much to appreciate, so many blessings here to get all officiated. Appreciating those high def views like the violet sunsets upon the horizon and the peaceful waves with the reflections of the sky's eyes, and those moments that you're just there to be hypnotized. The healing of these channelings to help guide the wise, and embracing the moonlight as all the energy decides to shine bright. We're bringing light through the night, enhancing our inner sight, and remembering that water is life. We're grateful for its nourishing gifts. With all the life shall rise with pride from energy that flows from inside. We find our strength within that others can't see, because our bodies are made of this magic energy. With it flows water that helps us set ourselves free as we embrace the sun in motion, lighting the skies with all the pride, reminding ourselves there's no need to keep your light inside. There's really no need to hide. And again, we embrace the layers of the golden light, sparkling sunsets into this moonlight, and we embrace our dreams and spread our wings and we take flight. Embrace the sunrise and realize it's time for love to let. Remember, that's the real prize. Taking in another layer of the cotton candy clouds above the waves, not knowing truly how many lives they've saved. And as they reveal the holes of heaven, we begin to embrace the lives we've been given. I invite you to breathe in the sunshine on the lakes of time where there's nowhere left to hide. Beware of the magic that you just might find as they're howling into the night. The lone wolf finds confidence in the powers around them. May your days be full of magic and mischief, and take some time to explore your wild side as you're integrating. Glimmering moons in the realms beyond your views, sending blessings out to each and every one of you.
I know some days it's hard to understand all these big pieces to this master plan, often questioning the purpose of life myself, especially after one thing led to another. I'll be honest, it all kind of started right after the death of my mother. I knew early on I needed to wake up, and there's no time to run around feeling all stuck up. I could be a part of the problem or a part of the solution, then realizing I can help shake things up and be a light, helping call in all the other stars' children. I'm here to invite them to take a look around, ask them what they're building, reminding there's more to life in this for the Earth's children. Let's remember we've all got dreams to achieve. We just got to set sight. I want you to remember we're all meant to shine bright. There's really no need to fight, and all these souls out here, but they just need some shades, because it's time to light up the world. We shouldn't be so afraid. There's divinity channeling through, and there's nothing else to do but breathe in and breathe out. And I invite you to do that again, to just breathe in and breathe out, because that's what our guides are talking about. It's time to rise up, stand tall, hands up. I hope you hear the call. I know sometimes we want freedom, sometimes we need change. It's quite often that our lives rearrange. It can happen so quick, and it's also strange, but it's weird to grow up in the midst of the mess, adding more layers of the stress. But there's no time to digress. Let's get through this test. Does anyone else feel like life's a game? Keep playing the lessons over and over again, yet it's just not the same. Always this feeling that I'm not just here to be a witness, but also a player. I don't want to just be some NPC layer. It's time to make up some moves and raise the youth, because sometimes you got to be the living proof. We can achieve that. So above, so below. You just got to take more action, one step at a time until you find your flow. And sometimes we just got to open our eyes and realize we're all a smaller part of the big divine. I'm almost done. I know this is a test. It's time to wake up every morning with our hearts full and blessed. We have a fire in our mind. I hope you take action and control your timeline. What's in the past is the past, but our future's at stake. Are you going to step up to the moment or strike out at home plate? Because here's a hint. There's no time to hesitate. I'll be honest, most people don't care if you masturbate. It's all that matters is how you end, how you're going to meditate. Do you take time to breathe in? Do you take time to breathe out? Because here's your call to stand up tall and straighten that crown, because the universe is done playing around. That's all I got.
Wow. Beautiful, guys. Let's hear it for Shannon. That was amazing. That was so cool. Awesome. So Shannon, just remind us again, when did you write that?
I started channeling fragments of it into a notebook the last couple full moons, and then last night I just kind of pieced it all together. I'm a Leo, and last night was the Leo moon, so I was just like in a portal for a minute and couldn't sleep, and was like, okay, this is time to make some sort of sense out of this mess, and it just all came together.
I love the idea that
Beautiful.
Actually, like, that took the creation of that took place over like literally like months.
Yeah,
for all of it to come together in such a cohesive way. That's so cool. Very transcendental right there. So
yeah, I hope it wasn't too long. I was like, it needs to all be as like a segment. I tried to take out parts and I was like, nope, this is just how it is. So I just went for it.
Well, there's definitely, I love it. Like there's kind of like a story to it. Kristen, go ahead. I can see you opening your mic again. Anybody else? Yeah, just go ahead, give some feedback.
That was amazing. It made me cry. I'm at risk of crying now.
And again, I think it's like that, those type of emotions, like it's powerful when you think about that just like here we are just saying words, and yet what are they doing? Like the words are guiding the person listening to it through these series of emotions. So that's where like we're reminded of the power of our voice to literally like evoke a shift in our emotional state, in our energy body as well. That's really beautiful. And Kristen, thank you for sharing that. I'm sure you're like, I think all of us again kind of felt that in a deep way. It was kind of like an anthem for the rebel rousers and the shifters and the light workers and all of us out there that are trying to find our way in this crazy wacky world to make a difference. So beautiful. Anybody else? Go ahead. Just give Shannon some feedback. That was incredibly beautiful. So if you guys want to jump in, go for it.
Shannon, that was absolutely moving. It was like following a stream of water with a story book alongside. It was just gorgeous. Thank you for sharing your story and your light and the inspiration that comes along with it. It really came through in that.
So Thank cool.
Yeah, awesome. I love the delivery was amazing, and definitely you could feel your heart and the emotions in the whole way you're doing it. And it's so rewarding, right? When you like have all these pieces and you've created such a beautiful thing of like basically you put the pieces of the puzzle together and you created something amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, it's literally like in my notebook while we were doing the meditation, it took me a second to pop in because it's just like pages are folded and there's like fragments and lines crossed out. And I'm just like, okay, because like when I get in that zone, it just like comes out. But a lot of times there's not like a finished piece there. So it's kind of cool to see it all come together. And I actually got a lot of that presentation from watching previous Flowetries and like things you've done, Neil, and other people like and musicians and stuff I like, and how they incorporate the breathing in, I think is really powerful, because I realized it does invite the listener to like take a moment to integrate what's being shared. And that's kind of part of the experience I want to create with the Shine Online workshop. And it does feel good. And that's kind of what I tap into. Like I have the shakes and like the nerves like everybody else, but I've tried to tell people if they want to like give a delivery of something, to stop worrying about what could go wrong and instead kind of tap into that future timeline where you just did awesome and like got to drop the mic and you don't have to worry about like anyone judging or like you slipping up, because it's not going to really matter later. You're just going to be grateful you did it. And sometimes I have to remind myself that's so hard, but I feel like if I need that reminder, maybe others do too.
Yeah.
I was just saying, I love the idea that, again, like it's one thing to do Flowetry on the spot, but to be able to kind of like construct things ahead of time is really cool, because then it kind of gives you the opportunity to kind of like really kind of like shift more into the presentation and like the subtleties and the details. It's kind of like it's like doing a performance on stage. It's not just the words, it's how you say the words, it's the space between the words, like you said, the breathing, the rhythm, the volume. That's where, like, again, for any of us here, like, man, like the spoken word, that's one of the oldest forms of artistic expression that we have. So I think for us to kind of like go back to it in this way where we get to play with it, I think it's natural for us to like want to be able to kind of like take it to those levels. And again, I honestly, like, I think all of us, I swear, like in previous incarnations and obviously here as well, we've like connected into like this archetype of the bard. Like we're storytellers. We carry with us these energies. We show people a way back to the magic of this world. So it is really, really cool. That was awesome. And Shannon, again, with that, are you performing that again at the Shine Online event coming up?
I might incorporate it somehow. I have a couple other pieces that are on a similar vibration from other like new moon and full moon channelings that I've got excitedly worked into my workshop, and I might invite everybody to sing with me. So it's going to be a fun little workshop. And we have like a whole day. I love that Lauren just popped in here because she's a part of Shine Online too. So we got Lauren and Kristen coming both. And it's like the 222 portal. And I heard so many good things about how that's like a day for us to shift. And just like, I was listening to this other channeling by like Matt Kahn or something, and he was just like, this is the day to like activate your voice and your inner child and to like travel into your past selves. And I was like, that's all the things we have workshops like for this event. And I was just like, all right, we're like on the same level as like some of these like super well-known channelers. And it just like shows how in tune we all really are with each other, and like how big this shift is with the collective. Because if we all are feeling that shift, then it's just going to enhancify it like it does on like a moon or another day. So I'm really excited for the 222 Shine Online portal. I think it's going to be really fun.
Cool. Well, Shannon, thank you again for giving us a sample of that magic. And again, for those of you who haven't already checked it out, bringmetolife.com with the 2 is the number 2. And I'll put all the links in the info for this. And again, that's coming up February 22nd. So Tuesday, 2222. And it's a full day long online festival event. Many of the members in the community are speakers in it. I'll be tuning in for it. And you'll see me just, again, kind of like putting out the word for it. And yeah, it's free to join. It's going to be broadcasted. It's going to be broadcasted on YouTube, correct, Shannon?
Yeah, we're going to have a stream right on our website, actually, if people want to hop into that chat room, because we're inviting people to do that, because that'll be consistent. We can use OBS and make it a consistent stream, where YouTube, we might have to like cut things up a little bit more. So yeah, if you can check out bringmetolife.com too, there's just there's like podcasts and radio and like so many cool things there for people to check out. If, maybe a certain workshop isn't resonating with you, you can still like enjoy a whole day of just like waking up and shining on with us.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Anything else people need to know about the Shine Online event while we have the chance to tell
them? Come excited to open your mind and meet new people and wear your favorite awakening higher self gear, bring a journal and your favorite crystal, and stay hydrated. That's all I got.
Stay hydrated. There you go. Awesome. Again, I love the idea of bringing the festival energy into the digital spaces as well. So cool. Shannon, thank you so much. That was wonderful to be able to have you join us in here. And yeah, always inspired by what you do. Thank you. So
thank you.
Cool. Beautiful. All right. Time is just flying by right now. And Lauren, welcome to the circle as well. I'm glad you're able to make it. And there may be a couple more people joining as we go, but we do have a full house. Kristen, Spiral, I was just playing around with some settings. I think I enabled a setting that is actually going to make it so that your guitar will sound normal. I enabled original sound on Zoom. When you get a chance, it doesn't have to be right this second. If you even just want to like practice playing your guitar, I can tell you whether or not it actually sounds okay. Because I know sometimes on Zoom that's a bit of an issue where it cancels out the audio and then we lose the guitar sometimes. Go ahead and we'll give you some feedback. Oh yeah, that's what a guitar sounds like. Yeah.
Okay, good.
There we go. Okay, cool. I'm glad we figured that out. So, all right. So with that said, we can keep passing the talk and stick around, and I can jump in for a bit if we want to do that, and then if anybody else wants to join in afterwards, we can just kind of go with that flow. So just checking in, is anybody else feeling super eager to go next? And then okay, cool. All right, well I guess I'm up then. So all right, so let me take a moment here to just kind of check in and feel into what I'm doing. And again, with this Flowetry here, don't really have anything pre-planned. Let me just I might just kind of continue to do just kind of like regular freestyle Flowetry. Maybe I'll do some music stuff later. We'll see. So again, I think Flowetry is a great way to just kind of like share a little bit about where you may be at this moment in your life. And so I think that's going to be kind of like my intention. Obviously, I got a lot on my mind right now. I was literally like building a crib earlier today, just in like total dad mode right now. So I'm kind of like stepping into this new stage of my journey and everything. So I'm going to see if I can just kind of like do some Flowetry that's just kind of like reflective of that energy for myself here as well. So, all right, let's see what we got. And feel free to show love and such. You guys are awesome. Okay. And so who would have thought that I'd be where I am now? 1,000 days have passed since this space was simply just a place within my imagination. Oh yeah, perhaps someday I'll have a child to be able to bring into this world. Oh yeah, someday maybe I'll marry a beautiful, loving, magical girl. And yet here I am, suddenly, as if I've just awoken from a dream. Where have the days been from what is to what has been? It seems like each and every single moment, these blessings continue to arrive, and yet they are nothing special. They are simply the simplicity of being able to see the love within their eyes. For I know now that as I continue to grow, the purpose as to why I am here. I am here to be a guardian for others, to be able to help make a way so that their path can be clear. My sun, my river, this soul that I bring into this earth, there is a beautiful path that I am here to be able to help clear for you as we welcome you into this space through your sacred birth. Who will you be is the question that I ask. Why did you choose me is this journey that will continue to unfold, is a message that will continue to last. Because I know that through you, I will continue to meet deeper parts of who I am and what is true. Because I know that this world will continue to change, and it is my duty to be able to help rearrange the things that I can control and the things that I simply cannot, and to know that all I have to do is to give you the truth of what I have got. And what I have got is simple, loving arms and a kind heart to be able to hold space for you and your mother and all of the family that we have continued to be able to got. And as I imagine in my heart the story that will continue to unfold, as I look forward to being able to watch you grow old, to see you grow up into the young man that you will be, and perhaps you will continue to turn into a reflection and some sort of fractal of me. Knowing you is like living with my heart outside of my chest, and your presence within my reality continues to inspire me to be my best. And who will you be for others is the joy that I look forward to being able to know, because you are your own unique soul who is coming here because you've got places to go. And so once upon a time, you were simply a star within a sky, looking down upon me and your mother and saying, oh my goodness, I can't wait until the day that I have the chance to fly out into this world and into your arms, so that together, mother and father, that we can sing our song. For like the river that I am, I will continue to flow with the love that you give, and to be able to bring my own unique truth out into this world as this gift. And so, as I take this moment here as Brendon to be able to arrive into this space that I simply am in, I remind myself that all I have to do is to simply be present and to allow myself to reflect within, to make sure that these days simply do not slip by, because each and every single one is a gift for me to be able to receive upon high. And so as time continues to unfold, it's merely just around the corner that we will be able to claim the gift of this gold, for you to be here and for us to see your face, and for us to be able to continue to live our life together as we find the happiness within this place. Because yes, we are all infinite souls that have come across this many multiple planes, and yet to be here in this physical dimension is a gift that has no name. Because this is such an opportunity for us to live in the depth of who we are, for us to be able to continue to grow and to be able to make our way back up to the stars. Cha 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 cha. There we go. Okay, cool. Oh, that was fun. I was kind of like, that was interesting, because like even as I was doing it, I was kind of like using the Flowetry as a way to kind of like channel into the energy of my son, you know, like this energy kind of like, it's just like, and I know it's interesting because like Lacey will do this, right? Like she's the one with him in her belly, obviously. And so but he's in my heart, right? So it's like this psychic connection is already there. And so, you know, she kind of like talks to him, and I've kind of been trying to do that. I've kind of been trying to imagine in my mind, like it would be like, oh, you know, like imagine the way he'll look at me, imagine the way he'll hold me, imagine the way he'll be when he's like a few years older and things like that. And it's really cool, and just kind of like feeling his energy, and already kind of like getting to know him before he's even like come out into the physical, because he's totally there. He's just inside Lacey, like he's fully, like he's almost a full grown child now. He's just inside of her still. So it's not like we even have to wait in order to be able to start forming that relationship. Like it's already there. And do you guys want to know the name that we've chosen? Should I tell you guys? Do you guys want like the big reveal? Is that
Yes, yeah? Yes, we do.
Okay, are you sure about this? This is like pretty big deal. So okay, all right. So we were kind of like playing around with a few names, but based on what we've been feeling out. And again, with naming a child, it's this idea that like the name will kind of like come to you, right? So we were kind of like waiting for it to kind of arrive, and this is the name. So my last name is Culleton, so his name would be this, and then there's 2 middle names. So his full name, get ready for it, his full name, unless we change it last minute. His full name is going to be River Wolf Solaris Culleton. So his first name is going to be River. So
I knew it when you were saying a poem. I was like, they're going to name him River.
Yeah.
I knew it.
I kind of alluded to it in the poem too, right?
It was so good. And I was going to cry when you were doing your like
some good
Flowetry.
foreshadowing.
And I got like a one of those like Kundalini tingles down my spine or whatever. It was great. Yeah.
Oh, that's
beautiful.
Interesting. That's cool. And it's kind of interesting because like, it's just like, even right now, it's just like, his energy, it's like you guys can almost tap into it. Like you can almost imagine this kind of like orb just kind of like floating above us, and he's just like, oh, you guys are cool. And I don't know, he's just like a version of me, but he's like a little version of me plus Lacey. Like, I don't know, just you can mix that up in your mind and imagine who this creature might be, who this being might be. So but yeah, no, that's where like I know even for myself, like it's like like over the past week I've been like kind of like subtly like talking about rivers and stuff like that. I don't know if anybody else has picked up on that, but yeah, no, you guys I've kind of told a couple people, but I guess for anybody knowing this, yeah, like I said, unless we change it last minute and stuff like that, but yeah, so like the river wolf was kind of like that concept. That's pretty cool, right? So it's like the water wolf. So cool, just like his dad. So cool, awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Feels nice to be amongst family here and just kind of share that. It means a lot to me. So cool. Anybody else want to chit chat before we pass over to whoever's next? Appreciate you guys.
That was so beautiful. That was so beautiful. I mean, you guys are just delivering me a river of tears today. I don't know what's going on, but you're stirring the waters behind my eyes. And then, yeah, you're about to be a father, and that's just like, pretty epic. Just pretty epic. It's like a child is born, a father is born, a mother is born, like all in one go energetically. It's just a wild time.
Oh yeah, no, it's pretty special. So cool. All right, well, let's keep things flowing on, and we can always go back to this another time. I appreciate you guys holding space. I may actually do like an Ibble event about like parents and fatherhood and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. But I'd love to kind of have those discussions as we go. So cool. All right. Who would like to go next? If we feel like we're doing it, and Kristen, Spiral Soul Seed, just kind of like checking in with you. How do you feel about going right now? Because like I'm just curious to just kind of check in, where it's just like, do you feel you're feeling like something that's basically kind of like making it like there's something between you and you saying yes. Do you want to talk about? Can you kind of like just chit chat for a moment, and again, you could, whether you do or you don't, it's totally up to you. I'm just kind of curious to chit chat for a bit.
Yeah, you want to counsel me into saying yes, I see.
If it happens, it happens. Like honestly, like the Flowetry workshops that we do here, like I've seen people that are just like, I've never done this before, and then they end up doing that, and they're just like, whoa, like that was like literally like something moved inside me, like something like transforms inside me. So yes, I am here to be able to help like create the space to encourage you and support you, and to remind you that 100% you are fully capable. And if it's not this time, there will be other times. And yeah, whatever you feel. And I think with you again, like, because your guitar strums, like you're good at guitar. So like I would say, kind of lean into what you're comfortable with. Start off with the guitar strum, and then just kind of like see what words come through. And
yeah, well, I write a lot of I have written a lot of poetry in my time, and I do a lot of channeling as well. When I run meditations, there's a weird crossover that I've never like really experimented with, but it's something I'm really enthusiastic towards, because I love just decompartmentalizing things and like merging them together, because it's just, I don't know, I think that's a really powerful thing. And we do it in all different ways, trying to marry polarity everywhere and like find the middle like high path and stuff. And I just I'm just feeling kind of nervous, and like, yeah, I know that I should go. I know I have a pretty like good relationship with courage. It's just that I'm like soaking up the poetry of you guys is making me feel more comfortable, because I feel like there's heaps of words in my field now after listening. So
yeah.
And
it honestly, again, like doing the Flowetry, like half the fun is kind of like, is that doing something into the unknown, like do like that little like push through of courage. It's kind of it's almost like kind of like jumping out of a plane with a parachute on and stuff like that. So
I can feel it. It's like neuroplasticity central, just doing something that you haven't done, but also like I imagine every single time you do it, it's doing that in the brain again, because it's new words coming out. Oh, I'm nervous. Okay.
It might be one of those things where like it's just like I know with me sometimes it's just like you just kind of just be like I'm not fully confident, but I'm just saying yes, and then you just start moving. You go, you just pick things up. So like even right now, it's just pick up your guitar, just start playing. Don't even think about it, just start playing, and then next thing you know, you're already in it, sort of thing. Like that's where sometimes I had to apply that same concept to some stuff. It's just kind of like you just start doing it, and then next thing you know, you're doing it. If that makes sense. So.
Okay.
And if you want to take a break,
about including the guitar.
You want, because I mean, we still got. I know. Lauren, you could always jump in if Kristen, if you feel like you just want like another moment to kind of prepare, we can do that.
I need another moment.
Yeah, that's totally cool. We're here for it. So, Lauren, do you want to jump in at some point to practice some Flowetry? Lauren's been involved with a few of our workshops, so I know you'd be able to, if you're feeling it, to jump right in when you're ready. So, and you guys can kind of like help again, just in conversation here. Just like reflecting back to what Kristen is experiencing. If you guys have any words of wisdom or anything like that, please by all means. And Kristen, I appreciate you holding your truth. Like there's absolutely like no shame in where you're at. I think it's incredibly awesome to just be able to like honor how you're feeling. And again, whether it's today or next week or whatever, like it's all good. So yeah, go ahead. Other Kristen.
I just want to share, like, I think the first time I did the Flowetry, I think I said a whole 7 words. I'm pretty sure it was that short. Like, that was my first experience. Just wanted to share.
Yeah, I think it's important to, like, feel into it and, like, not push yourself too hard, but, like, get out of your comfort zone. I used to watch, I don't know if you guys know Billy Mays the Third. He does a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like a mouth council where he would take little bits of people's Flowetry and like make it into this crazy, like amazing, like mix. And I used to it was intimidating, but there were so many words flying around. And I watched them for like 3 or 4 years before I finally joined in. And then once I did, it was just like this portal opened and the pressure was lifted. It's like once you do something the first time, but like you don't have to feel forced. So you're not alone in the whole like hesitation of just taking in the words of the feels. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah. I definitely, again, kind of like with the concept of Flowetry, it's this idea of that it's like, again, kind of the meditation that we did at the start. Again, it's kind of about like letting that stream of water move through you, opposed to kind of like trying to push your way through it. It's more just about kind of like becoming aware of any blockages that we got, and then just kind of gently dissolving that with the running stream. And sometimes like it's literally in the process of doing it that it continues to dissolve it as well. So you don't have to feel like you're 100% ready in order to be able to do it. Sometimes the process of doing it is actually what will help kind of like clear some of the blockages too. So, but yeah, no, it's an interesting kind of like balancing act, I would say. So, Lauren, if you want to jump in at any point, feel free. And again, if you want to go shortly after, we can do that. And any, again, words of wisdom here for the team.
Yeah, I feel it. Hey, friends.
Hi, Lauren. Welcome.
Yeah, I get a little nervous with this too, especially with singing in front of people and just public speaking in general. It's so different when we could be channeling maybe with one person, but when it's a whole room looking, you're like, so yeah, I've been writing some poetry lately and I wanted to read it, but I can't find it. And I feel like there's a reason for that. So I like starting off with just like a line that we already know. Like Kristen, I loved when you were like trying to marry the polarity. I thought that was such a beautiful line. So I'll start off with a little bit of singing and see where it flows.
All right, for everybody here, let's show love for Lauren, and Lauren will kind of bring you into the circle. And when you're ready, go right ahead.
Maybe I'm not ready yet, but I'm ready to be ready for deeper intimacy, spiritually evolving thee, loving what can come from the trees. Nature's speaking to me. What is real? What do I fear? Is it true? Is it you? Is it me? Together new, separately, one in thee. What do I see for the world? Spinning round and round, merry now, lovely thee, Shakti rising, up and clear. It's in my loving near. Giggly, wiggly, silly, frilly. I don't know what else to say. I can do it. I can keep going.
That was great, guys. Go ahead and show some love for Lauren. That was awesome. Giggly, giggly, and wiggly.
It was beautiful.
That's a good way of putting it.
You have a great voice too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. That was awesome. Cool. Lauren, how'd that feel?
It was fun. It was fun. I was like, all the poetry you write, it's so much different. It sounds much more together and poetic than like just singing from the flow, but it was still fun to just let it go.
Well, you're hearing you sing definitely like inspires me to sing, and for anybody else here, if anybody wants to practice again some like singing style of Flowetry, please feel free. And side note, again, kind of within this container, it doesn't happen all the time, but if anyone wants to do like light language stuff, if that's something anybody here has a little experience with, you guys are welcome to do that. I'm not really an expert on that, but sometimes I play around with it. But yeah, before the end of tonight, I feel like I'll probably have to play around with some singing stuff or something like that. And I'm wondering if even by the end of it, if we may even be able to create like some sort of like ensemble Flowetry where we kind of like pass it around and see what we can create out of that. That'd be kind of cool. And then we'll just like record it and release it as an EP, I figure, or something like that. So sure, why not?
You know, I loved when you did, one time you did a Flowetry workshop and you had us all do like scoobity bap bap ba doo ba doo.
Oh yeah. That was ridiculous. That was a wacky night, that one. I remember that broadcast.
That one was fun. We all just like scoopity bapped in the beginning.
That was funny. Yeah. That's still Flowetry too. Like that would actually be maybe it'd be funny Kristen Spiral, like for you to kind of even just like find the version of Flowetry in this moment that would be like the easiest for you, and that may be somewhere where it's just kind of like starting off with some scat and stuff like that. Like seriously, it's ridiculous because it's like you don't even have to think about it. It's just like words, right? All right, let's just do a quick round of little like scat practice and stuff like that. So we'll just kind of go around. I'll just kind of like pass it to whoever. So okay, let me just see here. So there's a scooby da ba ba, a scooby da ba ba da ba ba da ba ba da ba 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 da ba, scooby da ba 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 da ba, scooby da ba 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 da ba, scooby da ba scooby da ba scooby da ba scooby da ba 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 da ba ba ba, ba da ba ba da ba ba da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba, and pass it to whoever unmutes first.
Shoo-da-bow, ba-da-bow, ba-da-dee-dee, get it down, ba-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-doo, shoo-da-doo, shoo-da-dee-dee-doo, ba-da-bow, doo-doo-doo, and passing it to the next open mic.
Scooby-Doo-ba-ba, Scooby-Doo-ba-da, doo-doo-doo-ba-da, Scooby-Doo-doo, Scooby-Doo-doo, doo-ba-da, chick-a-da, chick-a-da, chick-a-da. Passing it on, Scooby-Doo-ba, Scooby-Doo-da. Come on, someone's gonna pick it up. Don't leave me there.
Oh, go.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop-ba-ba, da-da-da, da-ba-da, la-da-da-da-da, shibbity-beep-ba-ba. What else do you say in a Scooby-Doo-ba? It's like only Scooby-Doo-ba.
Just get all Mighty Boosh on this situation. Just channel Howard Moon. Just like
Yeah.
kapow, kapow, chapow.
Ba-da-ba-ba. We can harmonize together too.
Scooby-Doo, 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 Scooby-Doo. Like that's. Does that count?
Start naming like different like CBD, THC, CBD.
CBD and
LSD.
Yeah. Why not? It's like I only scat and like just like drug references and stuff like that. So, anyways, Kristen Blair, you didn't? Did you get go for it? It's hard to do when you're laughing, man.
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
It's funny because like it almost turns into like kind of like some like gnome light language or something. It like reminds me of like it's like DMT like elf speak or something. It's like Zalu.
Oh my god!
It's like
Scat
almost
is the original light language.
That is the original light language. There we go. We broke the cipher right there. So. Oh man, this is like making my nose run for some reason. So I'm laughing too hard. Anybody else want to jump in before we finish this up? Well, you guys ever have that where you just like laugh so much your nose starts running? Is that even a thing? I don't even know, man. So
That's what happens when we tap on universal truth, like scat being the original light language.
That
It's
must
just
be
like,
it.
oh my god, we hit something.
things just
We hit a
start
nail on the head.
Okay, all right. Anybody else jumping in on that? That was good. I think that was good. That was good. Just that was ridiculous, but that was good. So.
That was
All
good.
right.
I needed
could
that.
probably
Though.
go.
It was good.
Yeah. All right. So Kristen, kind of like ride this wave. Like the wave is moving, and then just like whatever, and whether it's guitar or not, just kind of do whatever, right? So.
Yeah.
All
I think
right,
I'm
so
gonna go guitar free, and then I might play the guitar later.
I think that makes sense.
Okay. Poetry is weird and great. It's been with me through many days, through many strange paths and odd, unexpected ways. And the heart always knows what to say when the body's in a weird place. It's a weird it's a weird portal to know yourself through, just coming out with metaphors that feel more true than explaining yourself in the details you usually would. It explains things that normal sentences never could. That's my cat joining in. Really beautiful way to process pain and to come back to center again. A way to kind of let yourself be known, let yourself ground what has been thrown, and also come into contact with the unknown, like the future self of you speaking back to you, giving you the comfort that you need to get through. It's hard to know if this is me or if it's you sitting in this group, in this pool of thought and pool of woo. Really nice to be seen in the vulnerability of improvisation and rogue imagination trying to make its way through like some kind of alien radio station. Yes, the nerves go away. You just need to be patient. The heart's always going to get us to our destination. There's no denying that we're flying somewhere we can't see, but it's where we're meant to be. So that's something.
Beautiful. Awesome, guys. Let's show some love for Kristen. That was so cool to hear. Beautiful job. You guys go ahead, unmute. Yeah,
so good, so beautiful. That really resonated with me.
Mm-hmm.
That was incredible. Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, that's cool. And again, like kind of, yeah, with what you were saying, a lot of things there. You know, again, like with Flowetry, it's kind of like, I've talked about this where it's like you're literally like tapping into like the future, and you like feel the future kind of like arriving through you. Like that's where, again, the removing of the blockages, it's like the stream of water. So it's like you're not thinking of the words, you're just like receiving them, and then you process them. And I like that metaphor of kind of like tuning into like an alien radio station. Absolutely, because that's where it's like, you know, this kind of turns the kind of like what we said, it's like, man, this is like an ancient art, right? Like this is like one dial away from, you know, what the ancients would refer to as like, you know, like channeling, you know, like angels and guides, and again, kind of like speaking in tongues and stuff like that. Really cool. Kristen, how did that feel?
Yeah, it felt very vulnerable, and my palms are super sweaty, which I haven't experienced in a long time. Sweaty. Pardon?
Sorry, no, never mind. Mom's spaghetti. That's.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't got mom's spaghetti on my sweater already, but yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'll ground that. Yeah, I don't know.
That was good.
It's about. I feel like I'm cringing in the membrane again. In the membrane, which is what I said a couple of weeks ago. Like I'm still in it, but like I've pierced through some of the edge or something. Yeah. It felt very new, and yeah, I'm sure my brain is changing as we speak.
Yeah, no, that again, like when you're kind of in, once you've gotten to that point where you're just like, this is happening, I'm committed. You know, like let's just keep moving forward with it. Again, it's very, from my own experience, it's very kind of like similar to like a psychedelic experience, where like what you can do is just kind of like it's a version of surrender, and then it's kind of like using your conscious choice to really focus on just like relaxing yourself. It's just like, okay, I'm in it, and then it's just kind of just like instant relaxation mode, like purely through the will of your thought, and then it's just kind of like, and then once you're there, that's also again creating the space where it's actually easier for you, because you create that receptivity. If you're trying to do Flowetry and you're like tense, that's hard. Like that's like, if you want it to be hard for yourself, like tense it up, right? If you want it to become expansive and easy, like you even in the midst of like the uncertainty and the anxiety, you like just like, whatever, I'm just gonna choose to relax through choice, and then your body follows suit. Does that make sense?
It felt like a dance between tension and surrender. Like I don't think I was properly surrendered, but it was just like trying to just surrender the little layers, as many as I could.
Yeah, like each verse, it was like surrendering a little bit deeper and a little bit deeper, and you get a little bit softer, and things open up a little bit more. It was cool because, you know, like from like the moment you started to the moment you ended, your energy shifted. There was like a story that was kind of like unfolding just through the practice of you doing it. So that was awesome. Congratulations, you just leveled up.
Thank you.
That was cool. It was very cool.
Popped my cherry in front of y'all.
Yeah. Got mom's spaghetti and everything. So all right, cool. Okay, who wants to go next? And then Kristen, if you're feeling it again, if you want to try the guitar stuff a little bit later, options here, whether it's today or another time. But we'll create space for a little bit more. Maybe I'll do some Merlin. Maybe I'll do some singing. We'll set the clock. I don't want to go too late. I want to make sure that. Just keeping an eye on the time here. So we'll say by about 10:30, which is about 25 minutes, and then we'll get close to wrapping it up, and we can all call it a night after that. Would anybody like to go next? If anybody, Kristen Blair wants to sing us a song. Is that what Kristen's telepathically telling me right now? Is that what I heard?
Yes.
Yes, okay, I thought so. Hang out with you guys too much. Just happens naturally. So. Okay.
Talk about palm and sweaty. Okay. All right. Just go with it.
Stage is yours. Let's show some love for Kristen. Go for it. You got this, Moana.
Yes, okay. I'm going to sing you a beautiful song from my heart in the space. And I'm going to tell you guys these like words have been coming to me, so we'll just flow with it. Okay. You with the sad eyes, I see a reflection of you within me. And when you find your heart, you'll know exactly where you need to go. Never to mind. With your hand in mine. And your breath leading the way towards that great big pine. As I sing this song, and maybe you'll hum along. We can hear the birds sing, and we'll dance and we'll play, and we'll stay for another day where we can unfold our ways. And I hope that you find along this little rhyme a piece of you that's special and true and whole and unique in this very special moment created just for you. So I'll bid you adieu with a thank you for all that you do. Okay, that's it.
Beautiful. Awesome, guys. Go ahead, show some love for Kristen. Make sure she can hear you from the back row. Whoop, 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 whoop. Skibbity boop, skibbity boop.
Skibbity bop.
Cool. Good job,
That was
Kristen.
emotional.
Making me cry, you guys. Stop.
Or start. Ooh. I love crying together. Those who cry together thrive together.
Those who cry together fly together. So
That's amazing. That is amazing.
yeah.
And that was amazing, Kristen.
Yeah, Kristen, how did that feel? I mean, you've done similar stuff before. Was it different today, or?
I was actually able to sing, so that was good. Yeah, I think I finally I found my nerves kind of overtaking me, and then I channeled a little bit of Kristen, and I was like, okay, I can breathe while I sing.
Yeah. Kind of bringing that conscious thought in the back where it's just like, can I relax a little bit more right now? And then just kind of, yes, I can. And that's where, again, like going back to the discussions we had at the start, don't feel if when you are doing Flowetry and you kind of get into those moments where you feel like you're like close to locking up or you're close to walking away and just saying like, nope, observe it like a meditation. And then instead, make your natural instinct to just like take a breath, to just like give yourself a place to pause. And then you replace that instinct with just kind of like, okay. And again, and that's where like very holographically it's like that within life, right? Like there are going to be moments where there may be something where it's just kind of like nope, time to run away, like nope. But instead observe that, check in, like where is that coming from? And then you almost want to like make the harder choice. And then the harder choice might be, again, to kind of like stick with it, but then it becomes easier just through the act of knowing what you can do. And in that case, it's that next breath, and then the softness. And then the nerves kind of like switch into, that next gear, and then the next thought kind of arrives and stuff. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. So there's like a science to it. So, and definitely some cool techniques you can utilize. So, cool. Anybody else want to jump in? Yeah, Shannon, please, by all means.
I kind of tuned into a song that I remembered kind of channeling part of again during a singer-songwriting workshop when I was also afraid to sing. And I feel like it's like so in alignment with the message that y'all are sharing and like this vibration. So I'd kind of like to share it.
Cool.
Cool.
Please, by all means, we'll hold space, and Shannon, let's welcome you in, and for everybody here, show love for Shannon.
All right. There's a shining light and it feels so bright. I feel this music in my mind and I'm living through the fights as the darkness of the night. And I just want to sing. I just want to sing. I just want to sing, sing, sing. Get rid of the ring, ring, ring. All these thoughts, they just keep spinning and it seems so confused. I'm screaming to the void, but that's because it's my muse. I'm lost inside my head and I just must speak my truth because I just want to sing, sing, sing. I'm lost inside my head and I just want to go to bed, but it's ancestral abuse because I just must speak my truth. I just want to sing, sing, sing. Oh, please keep listening. Sometimes I feel like a child just stuck inside my head, just looking for her star tribe. Oh, it seems so simple. Oh, so simple. It's just trapped inside, but I know that it's in my vibe because I just want to shine, shine, shine. Oh, so bright, bright, bright. All these thoughts, they just keep spinning and I feel oh so confused. It's like screaming to the world, but it is to my muse. I'm lost inside my head and I don't know what to do, but I want to sing. I just want to sing, sing, sing. The thoughts, they don't stop coming. It's like a sick parade. I don't let it out. I'm sure to go insane. I don't know what it's like to see it all inside, but I want to sing. Oh, I just want to sing, 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 and I've got to let it out. And I don't want to fight. I just don't want to fight. I just went over this stage fright to use this full voice just right. And I want to be a light. Oh, I want to be a light, just to be a light and to shine bright, bright, bright. Because I want to sing. Oh, I want to sing, sing, sing. And these thoughts, they're just still pinging and there's less ringing. And I feel like I'm singing and it's time to speak that truth to help inspire the youth because I just want to sing. I just want to sing. I just want to sing, sing, sing. And I feel so vulnerable and it's also very new. I'm here in this container, just witnessing all of you. It's a beautiful motivation and this world is what I need. So many smiling faces just staring back at me. I know just deep inside what's building in our minds. And if you too, if you too, just want to sing, sing, sing. Oh, please do, because I'm listening. It's almost time to pass the mic and I feel a pain inside my chest. I feel a fear inside me, but I know I've done my best because I took a chance and this is just a glance as I choose to be here now with all of you. It's true, I do. I just want to sing because I want to sing, 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 and you're all listening. So thank you. I think I found my voice and it feels a little less confused. I finally found my muse, but really it's all of you. It's all of you. It's true, because I know you too just want to sing. Oh, please sing, because I'm listening. So I'm going to pass this mic to you.
Wow, Shannon, thank you so much. So how much of that was like written and was some of that like in the moment?
Some of that was in the moment. The sing, sing, sing part was part of it because I had to a part I had written out because when I did the songwriter workshop, I could not get my voice to work. And we each had to sing a song, or like we were supposed to sing a song by the end of it. And I was just like, I don't know what to do. I just want to sing. Like, okay, that's part of the song now. I just want to sing. And it just kind of happens. And like, I forgot a lot of it, but it just kind of came through for all of you. So
that was
I hope
cool.
it inspires you to sing.
Yeah, I know, because like as you were doing that, like part of me was just like, wait, is she reading lyrics? It's just like, because it sounded like you were kind of like singing lyrics that you had in front of you.
Part of it, I have broken sentences that turned into lyrics at times.
Yeah, and then there are other parts. I'm like, no, she's that's like in the moment. Like she's directly referring to us. She didn't write this ahead of time. So that was awesome. That was so cool. How did that feel, Shannon? Just bringing that back.
Liberating. Like I don't usually do that. Like I like to speak in spoken word and like I do public speaking, but the singing part is such a new avenue. And I think it's so important because one of the reasons I didn't sing, even though it's like one of my hidden favorite things to do, is because for so long when I was younger, like I had a grandpa that like kind of like hated music and he would like pick on me when I would go around and like sing. And I had friends that like
I would just kind of make up my own words. Like I couldn't remember lyrics to songs. So I would just like make up my own words and like blast the music as loud as I could and scream over it. So it like didn't matter if I wasn't singing the right lyrics. And like my friends hated it. So I just stopped singing for like so long until I started doing like throat chakra work. And I was like, you know what? I just want to sing. And I feel like there's so many others that just want to sing too.
Yeah, I absolutely. And again, and again, for anybody else who wants to jump in on this, please, by all means, because I was just gonna say, like the feeling of wanting to sing, it's just like yes, we're doing it to like entertain and to like be here with each other and stuff. But like honestly, like the process of singing, like it's like it does something to you. Like whether you're in front of an audience or not, this is why people enjoy singing in the shower. And it's like after you're done, it's just kind of like it's like this expansion, this opening. Sometimes it's like, I know this sounds weird, but it's like kind of like it's very similar to like taking a good bowel movement. And I'm not trying to be funny when I say that, but if you know what I mean, where afterwards it's just like, oh, like I feel lighter. Like I feel like something's kind of like moved through me in that sense. So sorry for the visual image there, but again, just kind of like that. I don't know. You guys know what I'm saying here? As I embarrass myself.
Yeah, it's like an energetic bowel movement rather than a physical
right
one.
Yeah. I'm gonna shit my heart out for the world and gonna sing my song.
I thought you were gonna say out of your mouth.
Maybe. Maybe. Oh god.
Singing is when you
Singing, it's like pooping.
Metaphorically shoot your heart out through your mouth.
Yeah. Wanting to convince someone, it's just like, no, that's a great way to explain it. So yeah. Okay, let's get into that point in the night where things just like we all get tired, and then it's just kind of like this. We all get like weird and stuff like that. It's silly. Okay, cool. Shannon, thank you again. Did anybody else want to share any feedback for Shannon? Gratitude and so forth. And that was awesome.
It was so beautiful. Tears again. Just creeping in. Yeah, really beautiful.
Aw, that's awesome.
Yeah, I had chills, especially when like some of those words popped out that were in the moment. I can like feel it, and I was like, whoa. But the sing part was really fun too. I wanted to just sing with it.
That's the goal. Yeah. That's the only reason I wrote that only line during that songwriter thing. I was like, I just want them to sing with me so I'm not alone. So how do I make it so they also want to sing? So thank you for listening.
Yeah. That was cool.
Yeah, I think singing is... Oh, sorry.
Nope, sorry. It just reminded me of a childhood song that I wrote too. It like sparked some inner child stuff within me. So
go ahead, Kristen. You're going to say something.
Yeah, I think singing is such a thing that speaks to the inner child, and I think there is heaps of people that want to sing and don't, and it's just like they just get so self-conscious about being skilled and everything, and it's such a shame because of what Brendon said, that it's such an energetic release to sing and just like let it happen. And yeah, people's inner critic and insecurities get the better of that desire, unfortunately. And so yeah, but it's so innocent and awesome, and that song has that innocence through it with I just want to sing. Yeah,
see that's where, like, again, like with the singing, kind of going back to this, looking at the bigger picture, it's like so many people, they're like anal when it comes to creative expression. So that's where like a lot of people, and again, going back to this metaphor of the bowel movement, like some people are literally energetically constipated. Like they have been like holding this in, and it's just been like, like that's not healthy and stuff. And then again, like that can kind of like turn into like other ailments and, like disdain and things like that. So yeah, like that's where, like imagine, like you can see this in some movie. It's like some kid who like grew up never being told to sing, and then suddenly he gets on stage and he sings, and, he impresses the entire world. And it's like, oh my God, like it's just so like, again, it's just like, it's powerful. And it's, again, I think it's a natural part of who we are. It really connects us with, again, kind of like our spirit and our soul. In a lot of ways, like the energy wants to move. So to be able to observe where we might have those blockages in the first place is a step towards being able to, again, kind of like know how to move them as well. And then, you get containers like this where we have the space to be able to do it. So taking just, energetic poops left, right, and center. So yeah. I feel like I should create some sort of TikTok video, like energetic poops 101. Are you energetically constipated? Here's how you can help. Anyways.
I know some people that gets on that too.
Yeah. There's a lot of people who are energetically constipated and stuff like that, or energetically anal retentive, like quite literally. Like, I know it sounds like it's a silly metaphor, but quite literally, people have been like, again, it's the society has conditioned us to be like, don't do this, don't do that, and
No, you're right though. It can form physically. Like when I said that my family made fun of me, I can remember around the age that like I stopped singing and stopped using my voice. I got strep throat like 9 times that year because I wasn't using my throat chakra. Like they were like, well, if you get strep throat one more time, we're taking your tonsils out. So I just started talking nonstop and like using my throat chakra. But like I literally like lost my voice multiple times because I just like shut down. So it really does like affect you when you don't share. And when you break through that barrier, you just feel that like energy release, I guess, as Brendon likes to call it. The shit gets real and it just you have a good time. Like it's so much better. Like you feel so much lighter.
Absolutely. Cool. Somebody else had their mic open there. Anybody else got some?
I just wanted to say, like, yes, first of all, memes 100% in that. But Shannon, thank you so much. Your expression really, it had this really beautiful childlike innocence to it. And like similar with Lauren, I did get full body chills when you were done singing because it was just like this really gorgeous expression and connection. And thank you for sharing. That was gorgeous. That's all I wanted to share.
Yeah. No, I will buy your album when it comes out. So, yeah. Cool. That was awesome. Shannon, anything else you want to share? We'll keep passing around and we'll keep an eye on the time here. So.
Just thanks for listening. It really is like liberating to just use your voice. So I'm so grateful y'all are just leading the way.
Awesome. Thank you as well. Cool. All right. We'll put about another maybe like 15 minutes on the clock. I'd still like to just give everyone a chance to kind of do one more little whatever you guys want to do, whatever you feel is coming through. And does anybody else feel like they're ready to go next? Eloiss, yeah?
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to do a little playing and singing.
Ooh, is it a uke or a banjo?
Yeah, a ukulele.
Uke. Oh, that's like the original instrument of the bard right there. So
yeah,
traveling from tavern to tavern, playing us a song of ye old days and stuff. Cool. All right. So, yeah. Well, anything else you want to chat about first, or we can?
No, this is the first time I'm trying this like spontaneously. So this is just like throwing
practice
at a wall.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, cool. Let's show love for Eloiss. Let's do it. For Eloiss, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was cool. Did anybody else find themselves like singing along with that, even though it was the first time we heard it? If that makes sense, sort of thing. Like I noticed at the end there, I was like, is she gonna say desire? Like I could like see it coming before you even said it, and then you said it, and I was like, yeah, like.
Aww.
That was cool. Yeah, that's like a next level when we get into in sync here as a Flowetry group, where we can start to kind of like hear what the other person is channeling as they're channeling, and then if you can kind of like anticipate the rhymes that might be coming through. Like some of it's logic, but sometimes it's just kind of very intuitive. It's pretty cool to get to that level. But Eloiss, that was awesome. That's like I mean I guess like with a ukulele, it's hard not for it to sound like Over the Rainbow. But you can tell like the inspiration in it. It's just like very familiar, but I love it. That was great.
Yeah, they're pretty basic chords, pretty basic chord progression I used, but it's something familiar so that I could like add to it with the singing, because that's like something new I've never really done, like made up on the spot. So
awesome.
But yeah, that was fun.
Cool. How'd that feel for you? I mean, you just kind of said it was fun, but anything else?
No, I just like I felt like I was really getting into the flow, which felt good, because I feel like that's something I don't allow myself to do very much anymore. And I think I've talked about it before, and I've been a musician in the past, but I like switched my major, and then I like got into the real world, and I work in state government, and I kind of lost touch with that side of myself. And so I have been like rediscovering that, and it's been really good for me, I can tell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like again, with something like that, for any of us here, for Eloiss and anybody tuned in, like I think giving ourselves the space to be able to practice just playing around in that method, when we're not in a broadcast, when we don't have an audience, it's literally just us in spirit, us in the instrument, nothing being recorded, and you're just kind of like very present with it, and you just approach it again as like almost like a again, like something that you would do for fun. Like you literally allow yourself to be like, oh, like I enjoy doing this. Like this is actually fun. It's as fun as, like playing a video game or going for a hike or eating a good meal. Like it brings something to your spirit. It brings something to your day. You feel satisfied. You feel slightly accomplished in doing it. And again, it kind of like, it builds, it becomes a practice that you can develop. It becomes something where you can just kind of like give yourself a little bit of a gift where you're just like, whoa, like that was cool. Like you almost get to hear yourself do it as you're doing it, so you're like the observer to your own actions sometimes, if that makes sense for you guys. But yeah,
definitely. That's so interesting, because even when I am like, because most of the time I just play covers, but recently when I've done that, when I break it out and I'm playing covers, then I'll just start messing around and doing that like on my own, and I do have like just so much fun with it. And I like forgot how much fun I used to have before, because when I like went to school for music, that's like when it became a chore, and it wasn't like a hobby anymore. And I like fell out of love with it, I think, for a while. And that was kind of like my block there, and to like kind of get over that and have fun with it again. And that's how like what ukulele brought, because I didn't play ukulele back then. That was something that I learned after I had quit going to school for music. So it doesn't necessarily like directly correlate with that feeling. It's kind of like something more new, and I can like play around with that more.
Very, very relatable. Anybody else want to jump in and just give any feedback on that, please, by all means?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. And I think, there's definitely that danger when you go into school for music that it becomes like a chore and becomes a bit like manicured and stuff. Like I did a music degree, and even though the teachers were heaps supportive, there was such a like kind of pretentiousness amongst the peers to be like, complicated music is good music. There wasn't like an appreciation for like songwriting craft itself and the playfulness of creativity. And I kind of pulled away from songwriting at uni and started playing other instruments and stuff to kind of match that energy in the peer group, because I was much younger then, so I wasn't really holding my own as much as I would have liked to. And I just came off the back of a 6-year hiatus of music because I was kind of disillusioned with it after uni. And yeah, now I'm playing again. It feels so good. And it's just like, I'm older now. I don't give a crap about whether people think the songs are complicated or not. I just want to play stuff that feels nice to sing, and hopefully it feels nice to listen to. So yeah, I think it was beautiful what you did, and brave.
Very.
Thank you.
That's awesome. And yeah, and I like the idea where, again, you know, like using our voice, doing Flowetry, doing song, like allow yourself to become familiar with how good it can feel, you know, where it's just like, oh, like that felt as good as, you know, kind of like taking a night, like it's like a nice stretch. Again, kind of what I was talking about. I'm not going to use the same metaphors and everything like that. But you guys know what I mean? Like it literally feels good to do this. And yet as a society, we've kind of like created all these stories where it's just like, I can't do that, I'm not talented, I don't have permission, I don't know how to play an instrument and stuff like that. It's just like, man, like playing is such an important part of who we are, you know. It's how we get to, like, you know, meet more of ourselves as well.
Yeah, I think that's like karaoke is awesome. Like it's such an awesome thing that's out there because it's designed around the fact that it doesn't matter if you're good or not. It's for the entertainment of just
That's
like
right.
even that kind of enhances the entertainment of it, and then people get to express at the same time. And yeah, I think karaoke is awesome for that.
And it makes sense that, you know, people will do karaoke after like having a few drinks and stuff like that. So it's like kind of like, how do we get into that state without needing to be inebriated as well, you know? And like, I think honestly, like to get to that, it takes a certain degree of kind of like self-awareness to willingly enter into that space from like kind of like a baseline state as well, and to still be able to enjoy it. Not to say that there isn't value in both, but yeah, no, it's a relationship. So it's like, what is your relationship to any of your creative modalities, you know? So yeah. Cool. All right. Eloiss, thank you again. And let's go around at least one more time with everybody here, and then we'll wrap it up. So who would like to be able to jump in next for anything that they're feeling? Lauren? Yeah, please, by all means. All right. Lauren, anything you want to chat about first? Otherwise, if you're feeling like you're ready, we can go right into it. So.
Eloiss, I loved that. Yeah. My heart like cracked open when you said the word desire, and it was, you were singing for others, and that was so beautiful to me. But yeah, so yeah, let's go. I'm feeling super goofy tonight. Warrior of light, don't give up the fight. It's igniting your soul as you grow old. What is time anyway? Is it just mold in the ceiling of dimensional love? Oh dear, am I making it clear? Or is clarity in chaos? Absolutely magnifying in the crystalline grid of what is above and below. As we all know, the story is yet to be told. Oh dear, what do we fear? Feel it now, there's nothing to doubt. In the bones of your being, it is so freeing to live for something more.
Wow, guys, give some love for Lauren. That was beautiful. I feel like the acoustics of your space just adds to it as well.
I have no furniture here. It's like a sublease for like the next month, and I'm just gonna go into a furnished apartment. So I was like, yeah, the acoustics are fun though. I've been like sliding all around.
Yeah. That's awesome. Cool. Anybody else feedback, or Lauren, anything else you want to share? Please, by all means, yeah, we'll just chit chat.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome. I feel like I could imagine some piano behind that, like just like some just like sustained chords, like just sounds kind of like, I don't know what the genre is, like jazzy, soul-y, like the like wave of your melodies. It's really nice.
I could see like Lauren like at some sort of like jazz lounge wearing this elegant dress with someone on piano,
The gloves like up to her elbow.
Right. Yeah, one of those kind of
Yeah.
get up like that. And, like, maybe it's like the 1950s or something. Like, you know, like maybe
Thank
that's
you.
the past life right there. Like, I don't know.
I feel like I'm gonna need to start doing that. It's definitely been calling me. And I used to play piano too, so maybe I can also do a little piano. Thank
There
you.
we go. That was awesome, Lauren. Thank you. Cool. So much talent here tonight. You guys are, again, I just love being able to hang out with you guys. Like, whether, like I said, whether there's like 1,000 people or just like 2 people tune in right now, like honestly, just being able to like have this space and just hanging out with you guys is very, 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 again, just I enjoy it. I appreciate it. So thank you guys again for hanging out and being here. And you guys are awesome. And we got some cool people here. So cool. All right. Who would like to go next? And again, if anybody wants to skip, that's totally fine. We'll just kind of make sure that everyone has a chance to go at least one more time.
I'm happy to go last because
Happy to go last. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Kristen, you were saying you want to like play like a song like that you've already prepared.
Yeah, I want to play a song I've already prepared.
Cool. I'm curious if you can kind of like do that and maybe just kind of like allow yourself to see if maybe there might be some like new verses that might kind of like arise while doing that. Create that little like space where, yeah, who knows? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I can give that a go.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. All right. My voice is getting tired, so I'm trying to figure out like what I can even do right now. I don't even know if singing's gonna be too much of an option. Did anybody else want to go? I mean, I think we've already kind of gone through, so I guess unless anybody else wanted to go, I think it's either me and then Kristen. But then Kristen can also go. Go ahead, Kristen. I'll try and prepare my throat here if you guys want to jump in. Yeah, go for it.
I pulled a few cards while we've been doing this, so I wanted to try my very short. I'll send us a little message off to go and then hear some beautiful singings. Okay. I'm gonna hold the cards so you guys can see them this time. All right. So when you know you're the star of the show, you begin to unfold and you grow and you show. The beauty exists within and around. It unfolds and unbounds like the stars all around. For a fool you may be to go upon a new journey. Whenever you play and you laugh, and maybe the cat's got the last laugh. But you won't waste away in the ordinary day. You'll allow yourself the opportunities to grow and to play. Remembering your past lives and the wisdom you've learned and the expressions you've gained. Shining yourself in the sun of the day. Remembering that the key is to always play. Knowing in your heart you were a puzzle from the start. Every piece of yourself you've gained along the way has been a direct result of your encouraging growth. And the souls that shine and the energies that flow for you are never, ever alone. You are to grow, to shine, to be, to live, to say the things that exist within, to allow yourself to be in this moment simply free, not locked within the mind, but within the heart, and you will see.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Kristen. You got pretty good at that. Like I feel like that's like a new niche right there. I don't think anybody else is doing that, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was really sweet.
Yeah, cool. Kristen, anything else you want to share?
I'll just play with it. I'm excited. It's fun. So yeah, it's kind of cool because it's easy to do with cards that have words on them, but these don't have words, so they're just solely pictures. I think it's kind of cool. Even the coins are kind of hidden within there. So, anyways, that was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for the space to practice and play.
Yeah, excited for new achievements unlocked. So cool. All right. Okay. I'll try something here. Not exactly sure what's gonna come through. I'll just create space for it, and then Kristen, if you want to go after this, then we'll do that, and then at that point we'll pretty much be done the event for today. So I want to try doing some singing if my throat can allow it. So Let me just see what I got here. So I'm just trying to like draw inspiration from like artists that I kind of like think about and enjoy and stuff like that. So just give me a minute here. Just trying to center in on what to theme things around. So okay, here it comes. As this new day begins, what will it bring? As the flowers bloom, what noises will they sing? For it is in the simple ways which we spend our days, living, loving, dancing as we play. And it's through this story that we find our way back to glory, back to the earth with our feet in the dirt, back to the place where it all comes first. And let us stand in the circle with the fire at the center. Let us dance no matter the weather, living off the land and dirt in our hands, picking all the fruit and vegetables we can manage. And let us eat of this earth, let us eat off this land, let us create this relationship where we stand, one with this planet and one with this story, one with this opportunity to live in glory. So go back to the simple way that we are. The story of our ancestors is not far. It's in you, it has been since the dawn. And this is coming through like a new song. The next chapter of where we are going is actually back to the places we're knowing. And so let our ancestors dance through the songs of our hearts as we reunite with this lost ancient art, to remember how to live in unity, to remember how to receive the love of you and me, to live under these trees, to live from seed to seed. Cool. Ta-da! That was a thing. Explain back to me what I just sang. What was? I mean, I know. I'm just kind of asking you guys. Like, what did you guys hear there? What did you imagine? I'm curious.
I imagine like this merging of like modern culture with old ways.
Yeah.
It's like modern culture with the infusion of old ways and crafts and ethics, tribal ethics.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. That's what I was going with. I was just like imagining the scene in my mind of just kind of like an eco village and people just kind of like going around dancing and living their lives and stuff. And then I just sang about that. So yeah.
How are you feeling?
Good. That was fun. It's been a while since I've like done any like singing. So yeah, that was good. I usually find that like maybe it's just because I haven't practiced this as much as I could, but I find when I do versions of singing in Flowetry, I kind of find myself kind of like going back to like a style that's kind of similar. Like if you actually go back and listen to like some of my previous Flowetry workshops, and you'll hear some of the stuff I sing, like it sounds similar. And that's where like I want to be able to kind of like break outside of that, and like kind of like create like whole new kind of like styles of singing. But that's something I'll work on. With that one, I just kind of went with the path that was already there, and it worked. So yeah, no, it was good though. It was fun. Thank you for asking. So that was cool. Huh. You like that, Lauren?
Yeah, I loved it. I had to walk in and out, but
Cool.
when you were describing all the lands and like living together, it was one of my favorites. Like it just magically went together really well.
Cool. Awesome. Well, that was fun. So
Yeah, it sounded
Cool.
like a finished piece, to be honest.
almost. Yeah. No, it's yeah, and maybe that's just because I've practiced this before. So I mean, if anything, I hope that's just, also inspiration for you guys. Because again, if I can do it, you can do it type thing. And I do find kind of like, yeah, like if you're looking for kind of like songs, like try and do that. Like imagine a scene and then just kind of like sing about it, sing about the scene, sing about the story, draw upon references that you're already familiar with. Keep it simple, but then allow it to go deep as well. So, yeah, cool. Kristen, any other thing that you want to share? And then Kristen, we can pass it over to you, and just in case some sort of like Kristen fractal thing going on, sort of thing.
Yeah, I thought that was gorgeous, Brendon. I felt like I was on a mountain. Like I felt like I was in like a little mystical mountain town, and it was
Yes.
just gorgeous, like a meditative journey to this gorgeous little piece of
Cool.
beautiful. So thank you.
Yeah, and that's where again, kind of like with this practice doing it as a group, it kind of reaches like another level where it's just like, okay, like, all right, guys, like I'm gonna sing a song. I want you to meditate while I'm singing, and allow this to become like an experience for you, where it kind of like takes you into a place within your own heart as well. So it seems to naturally happen that way when we show up. So that's cool. Cool. Well, thank you guys for holding space. We'll move on to Kristen, if you're still feeling like you're ready to go, and then after that we'll just kind of close off with some gratitude, and we'll be done for the night. So
Okay. I'm not sure if I'm going to improvise because I feel inspired to play this particular song that
cool.
is like feels relevant to the Flowetry thing, because it was kind of one of those songs that was like writing itself at a time where I couldn't tell what the song was about, and then a situation transpired after the song was written where I could feel the medicine of the song helping me through it. So it was like it felt kind of channeled and like medicinal for me retrospectively. So I felt like it was a bit of me from the future predicting what I would need to hear. And yeah, I really I tried to play it at the open mic, but the sound wasn't great. So it's going to give me a little bit of closure to play it when I know people can hear it as well.
Well, we are ready to receive. So
Okay.
thank you, Kristen.
This is called Hold the Heart's Line.
soul in the midst of the mist of you. Oh, but you know It's hard time. It's hard time. It's hard time. Hold the line. Hold the line. And this moment has become a place that bites on the hand that's over my face. And the layers of love and unlearning could never erase that. Still I'm proud and I'm soft and I'm calm as I feel my soul becoming the balm on the bits that I missed of you. Oh, but you know. You know you can't find peace in the pieces of your mind. No, it's hard time. It's hard time. It's hard time. Hold the line. 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 Could you hold the heart's line? 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 Could you hold the heart's line?
Wow.
Whoa.
Open your mic. Yeah.
Dude, that was so good.
Oh my God, I'm crying my eyes out. That was so beautiful.
I got tingles like all up and down, but only on the right side. It was really weird, but it was really cool too.
Yay. Oh my god, I'm crying.
Kristen, you're so talented. Like, that's like phenomenal. Like, wow.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm so glad that you were able to share that. I know last time we had the issue with the microphone in Zoom, but yeah, that was to hear it in its true format was so special.
Oh, Lauren.
Was... Oh. Quick, Lauren, get over to Australia. Give Kristen a hug.
Oh my God. Do you have that published anywhere on Spotify or anything?
I'm trying to get a recording soon. So
Kristen, I'll help you out there and just take a snippet of that and just send you the file so you can have the standalone there, and then you can use that how you want and re-upload it to your Instagram if you want.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, that was awesome. Oh man, like it was so good that it kept. I know, like Shannon was like, "Oh, like I'm going to bed soon," and now here we are, like still sticking around. So Shannon, CeeLo,
you called in a CeeLo too. It was just
CeeLo joined in. It was so good. Everyone had to join in.
We had to listen. Like we could not.
So beautiful.
Yeah, that was so good. Like it's not just like the song, it's just kind of like your heart that you're putting into it. Like it's just you can tell like the subtleties, the inflections and everything. I love like the subtle like inflections and stuff like that. Really carries a lot of emotion to it. Very well done.
Thank you. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for witnessing me.
Felt like being held in a warm container of love. It was gorgeous. Thank you, Kristen.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's like I felt like somebody was hugging me like on my right side. Yeah, and it was so beautiful and inspiring. Just and yet also like it seemed kind of familiar, but in like a comforting kind of way. So yeah, really special. I feel really grateful to have been here for that.
Yeah, like
Thank
that
you.
was I would have paid money to watch that show live if let us know when your next show is. We'll be in the front row, cheer you on. So
what a beautiful way to end the night. Thank you for being
absolutely.
our like encore here. That was amazing.
No, so good. With that said, guys, we are going to have to wrap it up in the next couple minutes. So let's just kind of close off with any gratitude. And this has been absolutely wonderful. And again, for the people tuning into this, I hope just by you watching and listening to this, I hope it inspires all of us to just continue to kind of like nurture that creative spirit that's inside of us. So, if you're seeing it in any of us here, it's inside of you too. So find those channels and those modalities and just practice and play and flow, and each day is a new opportunity to be able to see what comes through. So let's just kind of go through one more time, just any closing gratitude, and then we'll call it a night.
I'm super grateful. I mean, I love the opportunity to experiment with expression, and even though it was difficult to get there with the Flowetry stuff, but like it's just so important for people to not stop trying to express things, even if they feel like a noob, and like definitely don't stop singing. Like I just feel so much more myself now that I'm singing again, and like after such a long time, just because of being disillusioned, and even what Shannon said about like in her childhood being like criticized for her singing. Like I remember being criticized by my older sister for dancing and singing in the mirror, and it was like my favorite thing to do. And like because she came in on me and like interrupted and teased me, and then I closed the door and I was like, oh God, I'm crippled with embarrassment, I'm not going to do it anymore. And then I was like, no, I am going to do it. And I started doing it again, and she'd run outside of the house and was like looking in the window, and I was dancing for ages, and I heard laughing, and I looked out the window and she was like pointing and laughing at me in the window, and it really traumatized me into just like to like innocent pleasure is going to lead to humiliation. Like that was just like installed in that moment, and luckily I was able to place it with some healing techniques that I'd learned, and I was like, oh, that was just such a mundane memory, but it was really crippling. And it's just our duty to overcome such things and just keep being ourselves and not lose our innocence to fear of humiliation, because at the end of the day, is it even that bad? Is it even that bad to be embarrassed? It's kind of a novelty. So I think I really appreciate the opportunity to express experimentally, because there is that hesitation due to feeling like you might get embarrassed, but at the end of the day, it's like even if you are embarrassed, it's not that bad. And it's much better to be in flow with the heart expressing things. So thanks, Brendon, for holding the space. And thanks, everyone else, for sharing.
It's awesome. Yeah, and now I feel like, with what we've created here, like this is the opportunity to form new core memories. So, like next time you think of that original memory, it will also kind of, if you choose to, you can also kind of connect it to be like, oh yeah, but then there's this other time where literally what just happened where like I sang my heart song and made Lauren cry, and it was a really special moment, and it's just kind of like that, like that's like the memory at the forefront now. So yeah, no, we did we again, tonight it wasn't just us showing up and doing a podcast. It was literally us showing up and forming memories and creating these these very special moments with each other. So I always appreciate it. Every time we do this podcast, like sometimes I'm like, man, like I wish more people knew about these events that we got going on. We kind of got like, it's kind of a small crew. It's not a super huge, community that we got here. But that is part of what almost makes it so special. It's so intimate, and you guys are all such loving people. Again, you guys are the ones that chose to be here. We create the space. You guys resonate with it. And thank you so much for just making it what it is. This is incredibly special. And again, I'm just so grateful for what it is that we got, and what we're going to keep doing moving forward. So yeah. Anybody else? Just closing gratitude, and then I gotta shut off. I gotta go touch base with Lacey and stuff. So
yeah, just thank you so much for holding the space. Like I said, it was a tough week at work, and this like really helped to just shift those energies, and hopefully I can bring that with me into the weekend, and then have some fun, and I also wanted to say, like, last Friday I went to like an in-person workshop, and we did a meditation, and she like brought us to a tree, and I totally went to the guardian tree, and you guys were there, and I was like, what's up? So it was fun to see y'all in my meditation.
That's adorable. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, again, with any of these events, I like to very simply put, it's like we create these events to kind of like recharge our spiritual batteries, or kind of like fill our cups, and then beyond this moment, you guys carry it with you. Go inspire someone to be able to practice something creative, or continue this conversation. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Lauren, and then Kristen and Shannon, and then we'll be done after that. So
yeah, thank you so much. I don't think you know how much like this community has changed my life. I'm like so emotional. Aww. I love these intimate small groups. Like they mean something to me. Yeah. And all of you mean something to me. Even if we haven't like talked very deeply. Like I care so much about you all. And you're such special people. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lauren. Yeah, no, it's very special. Again, I know some of you guys, a good handful of you guys, like we've been doing this. It's been years now that we've literally been showing up, and for Kristen, for Spiral, and for Eloiss, you guys kind of jumped in within the last half year, and it feels like you've been here for longer than what you actually have been. And thank you guys again for choosing to be here. It's it's really special. So yeah, cool. Anybody else want to jump in? And then if anything, I can wrap up the broadcast. What I'll do for you guys, I'll keep the Zoom room open. I'll let you guys just I'm gonna close my mic. I'm not even gonna pay attention to what's going on, but I'll let you guys just kind of hang out on your own for a bit if you want. So but yeah, any just closing thoughts? Kristen, go ahead. Yeah, or anybody else? Yeah.
Thank you, beautiful souls, for showing up and sharing your voice and sharing your love. And thank you, Brendon, for creating this space. It's always so appreciated. I couldn't agree more with Lauren that these spaces have truly changed my life. And I also could agree with Eloiss that it's been a very interesting week. And so this is a great way to bring some fun and relaxation into my evening. So thank you so much. And I'm just always so honored to be able to be around so many beautiful people that are courageous and inspiring and uplifting. And yeah, thank you all for being you.
Thank you, Kristen. And Shannon, if you want to jump in with any closing, and then we'll be done. Yeah.
Tried to go to bed, but all of you beautiful souls just called me back in, and I just was so grateful to hear those last few shares. And yeah, I just kind of had a crying moment with everybody too. You guys are so beautiful, and I really hope that some of you can join us on Tuesday, because I know Kristen and Lauren will be there, and I just hope this energy, like y'all said, can just carry on into like the next few days, because it just feels like such a vibe right now. So thanks for being you, and I hope y'all have a good rest of your night and moon energy.
Awesome. Yeah, it is pretty much like full moon energy right now still.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting about that. That's awesome. That probably explains why we were able to tap into stuff the way we did tonight. So yeah, cool. All right, let's wrap it up here again. I'll end the broadcast. I'll keep the room open. Whether you guys want to stick around for a bit, it's totally up to you, even if it's just a couple of you. Yeah, for everybody listening to this in the future, all the links you need for all of these amazing creators are in the info for this video on YouTube. Go follow them. You know, send them a direct message, even if you just want to reach out and express your gratitude. All of them are amazing creators. Some of them got different services you guys can check out. And again, the Shine Online Festival coming up February 22nd. Be sure to check that out. And again, you can find the links for that in the info for the video. BringMeToLifeProject.com with a 2. And yeah, thank you to our Patreon supporters. For those of you not on Ibble, feel free to join us on Ibble. We're going to be doing more events there on the regular. And yeah, we'll wrap it up there, and we'll be back here again for more ongoing events within the Paradigm Shift Central community. And join us on the Discord if you haven't already yet. So with that said, we will finish off the broadcast here. So guys, feel free to join me in saying good night and farewell. And until next time, everyone, carry this energy with you. We love you guys.
Bye.
Beautiful. Awesome. Thanks again, everyone. Much love.